Hello students, good evening. Welcome to live analysis of 8th April evening shift. That is the last shift of 2025 April shift. So let's hope and wish our students have done, all the students have done very well in this exam, right? And if you observe the level of the test paper wise, by starting the January attempt papers were almost all moderate level were there, and similar comparison, similar level is maintained even in the April attempt also. Very few shifts are there which were in an easier level, right? Like the one yesterday evening paper was also comfortable. Majority of the questions were comfortable. Only one question we observed the difficult level, and 4-5 questions were of medium level, but majority of the questions were of easy level, right? First April first test was easier, then it went a little higher, longer also. Time was taken more in the middle shifts, whatever exams were there in the middle. And yesterday it was cooled, and today we have to see, once we take the questions from different students, we have to understand what will be the level of the question paper, right? So, but one thing is that very sure, with all these shifts observing, even from the January shift and previous year papers also, you have to stick to one resource of material, and you have to read from starting to the ending, including its theory, exercises, practice papers, test papers, whatever it is, right now. So that makes the complete preparation of your examination. So you should not prepare some concept or one day from X material, one day from Y material, and another one from another material, like that. With that, you don't get the clarity, and also you will not get the confidence also for the preparation, right? So stick to one source, maximum 2 sources, like one, like what we suggest to the students, like one for okay. Okay. Okay, now I hope the voice is clear, right? So one thing is very clear. If I advise, like in whichever the institute you are, strictly confined to that content, plus you also have to add with the NCERT material, NCERT textbook, because in all the shifts it is observed that many of the questions are directly coming from NCERT textbook. So understand the importance, please. Every shift I am alerting the students, so please understand it. So from these many 2020 onwards, regularly we are solving the papers and observing it. Most of the questions can be covered by preparing just through NCERT also. You will come to a comfortable level also, and also you have to take the help of PYQs also, right? So with this few questions, whatever we have collected, so let us start discussing them, and then we'll see, we'll analyze also in every question what is the level, okay na? So coming to the first question, I hope the first question is IUPAC nomenclature, right? IUPAC nomenclature and structural isomerism, organic chemistry. And if you remember, in April shift, I think this is the second or third question from IUPAC nomenclature. So out of the 7 or 9 shifts, 7, 8 or 9 shifts, if 2-3 times the IUPAC nomenclature has repeated, it means they are focusing on this concept also. And whenever IUPAC nomenclature is not coming, they are asking the question from isomerism. So they are balancing between these two concepts, either to ask nomenclature side or to ask from the isomerism side. So coming to this question, find the IUPAC name of the given compound. First of all, the compound is a cyclic. Compound is cyclic with a functional group OH, and there is a double bond, there is a open chain also. But open chain, we will consider it as substituent only here, because the open chain is not having any functional group, right? Closed chain is having the functional group. Maybe you may say, sir, number of carbon atoms difference is also there. No, number of carbon atoms is not the first point to check. It is the functional group presence or absence to be checked. How short it is, but if it is having functional group, that only will become the parent chain. Understanding? If there is no functional group in both of them, in open chain and cyclic chain, then you have to see multiple bond. Irrespective of number of carbon atoms, that chain which has the multiple bond will become the parent chain. And then only you will see the number of carbon atoms. But all these rules are suitable to the cyclic chain only, because cyclic is the one which has the functional group OH, cyclic is the one which has the multiple bond also, cyclic is the one which has a more number of carbon atoms. 5 carbon atoms here and 2 only carbon atoms here, right? So therefore, this will be the parent chain and this will be the substituent or branch, right? Now, numbering of parent chain. Numbering of parent chain will start from that carbon to which functional group is attached. If it is chain terminating functional group, that means carbon containing functional group, from that carbon of functional group itself numbering will start. If it is a non-chain terminating functional group, to whichever carbon the functional group is attached, that carbon we will take care that it will get the lowest position, right? So, and here it is cyclic. Therefore, to that carbon to which functional group is attached, from there itself we can start numbering, right? So if you start numbering from this carbon, this will become first, then second, third, fourth and fifth. On the first position, OH group is there. On the second position, double bond is there. On the fourth position, substituent is there. So first substituent name has to be written, that is 4-ethyl. 4-ethyl cyclopent 2-ene. En only I am writing because this functional group name is OL. It is starting with O. Therefore, ENE, E will be dropped. So 2-ene 1-ol. So very simply we can name this compound. So many examples we are having in our material where we can have the hands of experience or practice, right? So this is the first question. Now let's go to the second question. Consider the last electron of element having atomic number 9, right? So this is the nodes, last electron entering in 2s subshell, n value, L value, they are asking L value, I think it is, then 5 electrons with L value 0. So with this, you can say that this question is from atomic structure. And you can understand here, even though questions are from physical chemistry, most of these questions are also theoretical questions only. Calculation based questions are hardly coming 3 or 4. Understanding? So please focus on the concepts very strongly that you can solve more number of questions. Now coming to this question, first of all, atomic number 9. Who is the element with atomic number 9? From 3 to 10 is the second period element, and 9 means just before to neon, that is a fluorine, right? Fluorine's atomic number is 9, right? So what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. 2p5 is the electronic configuration. Now the last electron enters in 2s subshell. The ninth electron, where is it entering? Into 2p, not 2s. Therefore this is wrong, right? Then second option, sum of total nodes is 1. Number of nodes, do you know how to calculate it? 2 types of nodes are there. Total number of nodes, formula we know, total number of nodes is equal to n minus 1, in which both angular and radial nodes have to be considered. Angular nodes are L, radial nodes are n minus L minus 1, and both together it becomes n minus 1. And what is the n value here? 2, right? So if n value is 2, then how many nodes will be there? 2 minus 1, 1 node. So 1 node should be there. Total number of nodes are 1. This is correct. Total number of nodes are 1. Right now? Then next, n is equal to L is equal to 0. For last electron, n is equal to 2, that is correct, but L is not equal to 0. L is equal to 1. For p orbital, p subshell, L is equal to 1. If it is s subshell, it will be 0. So this part is wrong, therefore overall also wrong. There are 5 electrons with L is equal to 0. When you come to the electronic configuration, s orbitals have L is equal to 0. So 4 electrons are there with L is equal to 0 and 5 electrons are there with L is equal to 1. Right? But he has given 5 electrons with L is equal to 0. That is wrong. 5 electrons with L is equal to 1 will be correct. Or 4 electrons with L is equal to 0 also will be correct. So therefore, this is also wrong option. So only the option is sum of total number of nodes is 1. Right? Then let's go to the next question. This is coming from coordination compounds, you can say, and plus chemical bonding. Both are there. Coordination compounds plus chemical bonding. So mixed question it is. Many of the times in April session we have observed that the same like these 4 compounds will be given. Some will be from coordination compounds, some will be from normal p block element compounds as a central atom, right? So same is the case here also. And which of the following has sp3d2 hybridization? sp3d2 hybridization means 6 sigma bonds to be formed. So in which of them 6 sigma bonds are formed? Here 4, then right, 4 only, coordination number is 4. So obviously whatever the back bond or dative bond is formed, the dative bond is formed, right, from the ligand to the vacant orbital of metal. They are 4 only here, and here also 4 only, coordination number, here also 4 only, and here are the 6 bonds. So obviously here is the one in which sp3d2 hybridization is possible. And coming to this one, yesterday also I have explained you hybridization of HCF4. One shortcut also I have explained you. So hope some students might have practiced on it. And for SF6 also I will explain. See, central atom is sulfur, and sulfur belongs to 16th group element chalcogen. So the number of valence electrons are ns2 np4, that is 6 electrons are there, 6 valence electrons. So with the 6 valence electrons, what you can do is you can take it like, with the 6 valence electrons, write it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 electrons are there, and all these 6 electrons are forming 6 single bonds with 6 fluorine atoms. With each fluorine atom, one bond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So 6 sigma bonds are there. These are all sigma bonds. So if 6 sigma bonds are there, steric number is number of sigma bonds plus number of localized lone pairs. Number of sigma bonds plus number of localized lone pairs. Localized lone pairs. So number of sigma bonds are 0 and number of localized lone pairs, number of sigma bonds are 6 and localized lone pairs are 0, so total 6. So therefore it becomes sp3d2, 1 plus 3 plus 2, total 6, sp3d2 hybridization, right? So it's a very simple question. You need not solve this much. By seeing sp3d2, 6 hybrid orbitals, 4 only used here, 4, 4. Here only is a case in which 6 hybrid orbitals are used, right now. So now let's go to the next question. Atomic number of element with the lowest first ionization enthalpy. This is one question based on a periodic table chapter, and regularly question is coming from periodic table. Regularly question is coming from periodic table chapter, and you can understand here without, actually we should know the positions of the elements in the periodic table, but even you do not know to that much perfection also the entire periodic table, you can solve this question. But every time the luck will not be like this, that every student must and should have to memorize, remember and able to write the entire periodic table, right? Entire periodic table. So coming to the question, atomic number of element with the lowest first ionization energy. Lowest first ionization energy means it should require very less amount of energy for the removal of first electron. From which element the removal of first electron will need very less amount of energy when the atom is very big in size. And we know alkali metals or first group elements are the ones which will have the bigger size atoms in their respective period. And also when you go top to bottom, also the size becomes much more bigger. So with this you can easily directly understand that element with 87 atomic number is nothing but francium. Francium is the S block element, the starting element, the bottommost starting element, the biggest element. Therefore, the valence electron, the one and only valence electron will be very far from the nucleus, that it will take very less amount of energy in removing that electron, right? So the lowest ionization energy will be for the element with atomic number 87, right? So going to the next question. Consider the following, and here if you see H2Se, H2Te, which indicates that the question is with respect to hydrides of chalcogens. Hydrides of chalcogens, that is the 16th group elements, right? 16th P block, 16th group, right now. And now coming to this question, what is the concept here they are asking is about acidic strength. If you take the central atom as E, right, and it is forming a dihydride like a EH2, right now, EH2, and who is that compound which you can call it as a stronger acid in comparison to the other acid, is the one which will release the H plus ion much faster than the other compound. Whichever one takes lesser time in releasing the H plus ion into solution will be considered to be the strongest acid, right now. And for the release of H plus ion, what is required? You need to break EH bond heterolytically, like this. You need to break the EH bond heterolytically. So if the bond has to be broken, the lower the bond energy, the faster it can be broken, that the immediately H plus ion will be released into solution, that compound can be considered as stronger acid, right? So you have to check here which compound has lower EH bond energy, right? So between H2Se and H2Te, if it is like Se, H and H, the other one will be Te, H and H. Obviously, tellurium is a bigger in size, that TeH bond also will have very low overlapping because of lot of energy difference between the overlapping orbitals, that the bond length also will be higher and obviously weaker also. So TeH2 bond is the one which can be broken much faster, that H plus ion can be released very much faster, right, in comparison to H2Se. Therefore, H2Se is more acidic than H2Te is more acidic than H2Te is more acidic than H2Se. So now coming to the statements here, statement 1 is H2Se is more acidic than H2Te. This is straight away wrong because H2Te is more acidic than H2Se. And coming to statement 2, H2Se has a higher bond dissociation energy. Actually, this is the reason why H2Se is less acidic than H2Te, right now. So therefore, sorry, statement 2 is correct. Statement 1 is wrong, but statement 2 is correct. So which option it can be? Statement 1 is wrong, statement 2 is correct. So perfectly matching option is the option B, right? So now going to, this is what I can discuss the chemistry questions, but whatever the questions we have discussed, the 5 questions, they are very comfortably can be done, and we can easily score the marks also. And now I invite our physics faculty, Hayat sir, to discuss some of the physics subject questions. Thank you.
Hello, good evening everyone. How are you all? Hope everyone is fine. And almost all the JEE Main sessions has been completed successfully. And also this is our last session which we are coming live. Followed by this majorly, today's physics paper was almost whatever the questions we have received so far are very easy questions. And these are already, as I said you, as we are consistently saying you that these all are memory based questions. So, so far today, whatever the questions we have received from our students who have attempted are as follows. Let's proceed the discussion of our physics questions. So now, this question is basically from our units and dimensions, and basically it is related to errors part. So, a fractional errors in x, y and z are okay. So now, in this what he has given, the fractional error in x, y and z are 0 0.1, 0 0.2 and 0 0.5 respectively. Find the fractional errors in x power minus 2, y power 3 by 2 and z power minus of 2 by 5. So let us assume this part as a function f, and that is equals to x power of minus 2, y power 3 by 2 and z power minus of 2 by 5. Now if I take this factor in our dimension errors part, so delta f by f will be equal to 2 into delta x by x plus 3 by 2 into delta y by y plus 2 by 5 into delta z by z. Now already he has mentioned us the values. Delta x by x is going to be how much? 0.1. So I wish to take here delta f by f is equals to 2 into 0 0.1 plus 3 by 2 into delta y by y, already he gave it as how much? 0.2, followed by 2 by 5 into delta z by z, already he gave it as 0 0.5. 5 ones, 5, 0 0.1 and 2 ones to 0 0.1. And then final result that we are going to get in this case is this is 0.2, this is 0.3 and this is going to be 0.2. Overall, the final result is going to be 0 0.7. Hence, the first option is a correct answer for this. As a result, this already I said you that this question is a errors question. Very simple question based on the basic concept. So let's go for the next question. So this question has been extracted from the logic gates. Logic gates. So to understand this question, what he is saying, find output voltage in the given circuit. So let us look into this part. Where is exactly our output voltage in this case? You can see this diagram very clearly that he has already given that there is a 5 volts here and it is being connected to ground, means its potential is going to be how much? 0. Its voltage is going to be 0 and 5 volts will come from here, and in this case, first case, when the current flows from here to here, what happens? This part diode behaves like a forward bias and hence it conducts. When it conducts, the current flows successfully from here to here. Followed by this, moreover, again the current flows from here to here and this diode behaves like a forward bias and this diode also conducts. When this diode conducts, what happens? It is connected to the ground and in the ground the potential is going to be how much? 0. That means if this potential is going to be 0, majority of the current will flow and it will go to the ground. Hence, the potential in this case is going to be 0. So, therefore, the output voltage at this part is going to be how much? 0. It's a very simple one. Hence, the answer for this is going to be how much? That is going to be how much? 0. Let's go for the next question. In this question, for a nucleus of mass number A and radius R, mass density is rho, then choose the correct option. It's a very simple and basic formula based question from the chapter, that is nuclear physics. This is extracted from nuclear physics. A very simple one. So you can take here basically density can be taken as mass by volume, and then you can take here that density is equals to, for the mass number A, so its total mass is going to be A into 1 part of AMU whole divided by the volume is going to be how much? 4 by 3 pi r cube, but this r can also be written as what? R naught into a power 1 by 3. So I wish to substitute that value here. So you will be getting density will be equal to am whole divided by 4 by 3 pi, and r cube can be written as r naught power r naught into a power 1 by 3 whole cube. When you simplify this further, you will be getting density is equals to 3 goes to the numerator side, 3am whole divided by 4 pi into r naught cube into a power 1 by 3 whole power 3 means 3 and 3 will get cancelled, and finally we will be getting this a. This a and this a will get cancelled. So therefore we need to look into this part. Density can be taken as 3m by 4 pi r naught cube, where all the factors, this m is nothing but one atomic mass unit, which is also going to be constant, 3 is also going to be constant, 4 pi is constant, and r naught is also going to be constant. Hence, so according to this, he is representing my density in terms of a. We can see here that there is no term of a, so therefore density is independent of a. So hence the option D is a correct answer for this question. So let's go for the next question. Another question has been given from geometrical optics. So in this question, what he has given, a convex lens of focal length 30 centimeter, is it contact with the concave lens? So this is the question based on combination of lens. One thing, this question, this type model questions has been appeared many questions in our January attempt. Now, object is placed on the left side at a distance of how much? 20 centimeter. Find the image distance. So let us go with this case. Firstly, he said that this is nothing but our convex lens, whose focal length is going to be how much? 30 centimeter, followed by it is in contact with a concave lens. So let us take this part. We will take here as a concave lens which is in contact. Its focal length is going to be how much? 20 centimeter. Now object is placed on the left side at a distance of 20 centimeter. So this object distance is going to be how much? 20 centimeter. And he is saying to find out the image distance. Firstly, I wish to find out the equivalent focal length for this case. So for the equivalent focal length, I wish to take 1 by f effective or f equivalent equals to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. Let us take f1 is a focal length of our convex lens and f2 is a focal length of our convex, first one concave, second one convex. So when I am talking about this part, however, 1 by f equivalent for the concave lens, the focal length is going to be negative. So I wish to take 1 by minus 20 plus 1 by the focal length is nothing but here positive plus 30. I am using the sign convention and simplifying. Moreover, we can say, so 1 by f effective will be equal to, you can take here as minus 30 plus 20 whole divided by 20 into 30, and then it's going to be minus 10 once and 10, this will get cancelled, and f equivalent is equals to minus 60 centimeter. However, in this part he is not asking us to find out f equivalent, he is saying to find out the image distance. While already he mentioned us the object distance, then the object distance is going to be how much? Minus 20 centimeter. So I wish to use directly the lens formula. So I can say 1 by f is equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. This f is nothing but which one? F equivalent we can say, and this f equivalent already we got it as minus 60. So 1 by minus 60 is equals to 1 by v minus of this u is going to be how much? Minus 20. So this is going to be minus 1 by 20. If I send this part here, it's going to be minus 1 by 60. So if you take this factor here, it's going to be minus of minus into minus will become plus, and I can send that factor here. It's going to be again this is going to be minus here, and this is going to be how much? Minus 1 by 20, which is equals to 1 by v. And after simplification of this part, so we can take here 1 by v is equals, we can take the LCM as 60, and it is going to be 20, this is minus 1 and this is minus 4. So v is equals to minus 60 by 5. After simplification, we are going to get the final result of this part. This is going to be 5 ones are 5, 15, 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, and it's going to be 12. So this is going to be 12 centimeter for the final result. That's it. So let us go for this case. Once again we check 1 by f equivalent minus 1 by 20, 1 by 30, and we can take it here as minus 10, and this is minus 60. It's okay. Object distance already we mentioned minus 20 here. So 1 by f equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u, and we can send the rest of the part. It's going to be how much? 12 centimeter will be the final result for this case. Okay, let's go for the next question in this part. Now, there are two charged spheres of radius r and 3r. One is nothing but radius how much? R, while the other radius is nothing but 3r. When the sphere are made to touch each other and then separate, the surface charge density becomes sigma 1 and sigma 2, and he is saying us to find out the value of the ratio of sigma 1 and sigma 2. So basically there are two charge spheres. This question has been extracted from electrostatics, and you can take this part as directly I can say that the surface charge densities become sigma 1 and sigma 2 and they are touched together. So when they are touched together, you can take one part is of radius how much r, while the other part is of how much radius is going to be how much 3r in this case. So we got two cases here, one is r while the other one is nothing but 3r, and he said us with this case we are going to get the potential is going to be same in this part. So now we can say a potential can be taken as what, kq by r, and I wish to take here k can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, so q by 4 pi epsilon naught into r, and this is going to be again q by 4 pi epsilon naught into r, but in this case the charge is going to be q1, here the charge is going to be q2, here the radius is going to be r1, here the radius is going to be r2. I wish to take this factor, so I can take like 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi epsilon naught we can cancel, and q can be written as directly in terms of sigma, so sigma into a, or you can even we can take here multiply and divide by r, so this is going to be r1 square and this is multiply and divide by r, so we are going to get here as r1 square, instead of that only r1 we will be getting here. So this is going to be what, r1, and this part is going to be r1 square. Here it is going to be r2 and this is going to be what, r2 square. Already we know that for a surface charge density, sigma can be written as charge per unit area. So I wish to take here, charge is already there, 4 pi r square is nothing but the area of a sphere. With this case I can take this q by, so surface charge density I can represent here. So I can take sigma 1 into r1 by epsilon naught, and this part is going to be sigma 2 into r2 by epsilon naught, and epsilon naught will get cancelled, and we will be getting here sigma 1 by sigma 2 is equals to how much, r2 by r1, and this is directly we can also say usually sigma, whatever the surface charge density is there, that is inversely proportional to the radius r2 by r1. So sigma 1 by sigma 2 will be equal to second radius, the second radius is going to be 3r followed by the first radius, that is r, this and this will get cancelled, therefore the ratio is going to be how much, 3 by 1, that is nothing but 3:1. Let's go for the next question. Hence the answer for this is 3:1, that is 3. Let's go for the next question. He has given lambda is equals to, this is line charge density, another question which has been taken from the electrostatics. Another question from electrostats. We got line charge density already he has given, and is for q wire which is passing through the body diagonal of a closed cube of length √3 centimeter. So if we know that the length can be taken, the length of the diagonal in a cube is going to be L will be equal to √3 times of A. We are concerned to find out the flux in this case, and A already he gave it as √3, so L will be equal to √3 into √3, and this is exactly in terms of centimeter. I wish to keep this part in terms of centimeter, so therefore the length is basically going to be 3 centimeter. Okay, so it's better if we convert basically as the charge will be expressed in terms of coulombs. I wish to convert this factor into the SI units. So I would like to convert this centimeter into meter. So 3 into 10 power minus 2 meters. As we are concerned to find out the flux, the basic definition of Gauss law from the flux is nothing but 1 by epsilon naught times the net charge. So I wish to take 1 by epsilon naught times the net charge. But charge can be written as what? Lambda is equals to how much, q by L. From surface charge density I can take here that lambda is equals to how much, q by L. So q can be written as lambda into L. So I wish to substitute that part. And one more thing that about this part is, like already we know the value of epsilon naught, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, can be taken as 9 into 10 power of 9. And I wish to find out the value of epsilon naught, means I would like to send this part here and epsilon naught this side. 9/4 is going to be how much? 36. So I can say 36 pi into 10 power 9 is equals to epsilon naught. So in place of epsilon naught, I can substitute this value 1 by 36 pi into 10 power 9, followed by, in place of charge I can write here as lambda into L. So now in place of charge, if I am substituting, that is lambda into L by epsilon naught, but in terms of epsilon naught I can take it here as 1 by 36 pi into 10 power 9. Let's substitute that to the here, automatically this goes to the numerator side. Followed by this we will substitute the value of lambda also. So let's substitute the value of lambda. Already he mentioned us in the question. So the value of lambda is 2 nanocoulombs, means 10 power minus 9. per meter we said, so we can take here as it is being multiplied here. So Q is equals to lambda into L, and L we got here as 3 into 10 power of minus 2. So I wish to take that part, 3 into 10 power minus 2. Followed by the value of epsilon naught can be written as 1 by 36 pi into 10 power 9. If I substitute, it will go to the numerator side, 36 pi into 10 power 9. So mathematically 10 power minus 9 and 10 power plus 9 will get cancelled, and this 3 2's is going to be 6, and 6 into 36 is 216. So I can take here 216 pi into 10 power of minus 2, and this will be expressed in terms of fluxes there. So SI units only. And coming to the point, from this case I can go for the first option, which is going to be how much, 2.16 pi. So therefore the SI units, it is expressed in, he did not mention exactly, but basically it will be expressed in terms of SI units. So therefore this is going to be how much, 2.16 pi. Now, so that's it. These are the questions so far what we have received from our physics side. So I request Max faculty to come and continue the remaining of the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, dear student, I am VJS, Maths faculty. Now we discuss the mathematics portion. Okay, by the way, we got so many questions in physics, chemistry, maths, all we are going to discuss here. Okay, so our first question is the number of rational term in the binomial expansion of 5 power 1 by 2 plus 7 power 1 by 8 whole power 1016. Acha, same kind of the question came in period shifts also in one of the period shifts. So number of the rational term in the expansion of, okay, so here what we have, 5 power 1 by 2 plus 7 power 1 by 8 whole power 1016. Okay, so if you write the general term, then it is NCR 1016 CR, 5 power 1 by 2 power n minus r, so 5 power 1016 minus r by 2 into this 1 power r, 7 power r by 8. Okay, so actually this is the one easy problem from the binomial theorem. Okay, now what do you want, number of rational term? For term to be rational, power of 5, exponent of 5 and exponent of 7 both need to be integer. Okay, so first we count the number of cases for 7. For this one to be integer, r need to be multiple of 8. Let me write all possible multiple of 8. Right? R can be 0, 8, 16. Okay, and at last r can be 1016. Okay, r can't be greater than n. And actually for these all value of r, this is also be even, so it is also going to be integer number. It means all value of r are acceptable. Okay, now we just need to get the number of terms. So either you use the formula of AP, or here these all are multiple of 8. If you divide by 8 also you can count. For first it will be 1. If we divide by 8, still number of terms will remain same, 0, 1, 2. And here what you will get, that is equal to 1, then here 2, and then 7, 127. So 0 to 127 if you count, total number of terms are 128. Okay, now coming to next question, they wrote 1 by 1 power 4 plus 1 by 2 power 4 plus 1 by 3 power 4, so on till infinity, that is equal to pi power 4 by 90. When the base are odd, it is equal to alpha. When it is even, this is equal to beta, and we need ratio of alpha by beta. Okay, so here obviously if we add both, what we are getting? If we add both, we are getting this complete sum. So first equation which we are getting is alpha plus beta is equal to pi power 4 by 90. I need ratio of alpha and beta, so one more equation we need to find. So again I'm just writing this sequence here only. Now as here alpha is when the base are odd, so I'm separating all the odd base terms. 1 by 1 power 4 plus 1 by 3 power 4, 1 by 5 power 4, okay, so on. Then in remaining terms what we have, what are the remaining terms? Even terms, 1 by 2 power 4, further we have 1 by 4 power 4. In those all I am going to take 1 by 2 power 4 common. So this first become 1 by 1 power 4, This one become 1 by 2 power 4. Next is going to become 1 by 3 power 4, so on. And that is also equal to pi power 4 by 90. Okay. Now further, this is nothing, just only alpha. It is 1 by 2 power 4 is 1 by 16, and this one is nothing, just only pi power, same sequence only na, pi power 4 by 90. Okay, equal to pi power 4 by 90. From here we can get the value of alpha. Here it is 1 time pi power 4 by 90 minus 1 by 16 time. 1 minus 1 by 16, 15 by 16 time. What we got? 15 by 16 times of pi power 4 by 90. This is the value of alpha. If we put alpha here, then we subtract 1 time minus 15 by 16 time. We get the value of beta as 1 by 16 time pi power 4 by 90. And what do you want? Ratio alpha by beta. So if we divide alpha and beta, if you find the ratio, then everything got cancel out. 15 by 1, 15 only will remain. So our answer is option A. Okay. Again, this was the problem from the same binomial theorem. Now the next question, there are 12 point, easy problem from the chapter PNC. There are 12 points in a plane in which 5 are collinear and no 3 of them are in straight line. Okay. Then the number of triangle that can be formed, from any 3 vertices from 12 points. So there are total 12 points. Acha, same kind of the question we have in Reso sheet also, in exercise 1 only. So there just simply number of terms are only different. So they give that 5 points are collinear. 5 points are collinear, and in which 5 are collinear, remaining 7 are non-collinear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and suppose 7. Now we need to know total number of triangles. So can I write total number of triangle? For a triangle we need to select 3 points. So total 12 points view, 12C3 minus those number of ways when triangle will not form. Now when you select 3 points from any 3 out of these 5, you will not get any triangle. So those we are removing. Number of selection because of these collinear points, that is 5C3. Okay. So if we simplify, what we are getting, that is 12, 11, 10 by 3, 2, 1. 5C3 is equal to 10. From 6 it is 2 time cancel. It is 220 minus 10. So that is equal to 210. Okay. Easy one only. Now the next question, 2 line. Acha, next this is the question from the 3D portion. Acha, same kind of the question already came in attempt only. Here they wrote in terms of lambda. This part was same, only this one is only different, but this is easy only. So what they are saying, that these 2 lines has the shortest distance 1 by root 2. Shortest distance is given. So what is the formula of shortest distance we use here? That is equal to modulus of A1 vector minus A2 vector dot B1 vector cross B2 vector. Okay. Divide by modulus of B1 cross B2. This is the formula of shortest distance between 2 skew lines, where A1 vector and A2 vector are the points on line. So first I am going to get A1 vector minus A2 vector. So suppose this is the A1 vector lambda I, here is a point on one line, A2 is the point on other line. So lambda minus 1 I cap, 3 minus 2, that is 1 times of j cap, 4 minus 3, that is 1 times of k cap. Then further what we want? B1 vector cross B2 vector. I am going to find B1 cross B2. For the B1 cross B2, we are using vector product I cap, j cap, k cap. B1 vector coefficient of first line, anyone you can write, this is not the problem, 2, 3, 4. Then for B2 vector parallel to other line, 3, 4, 5. If we expand, I cap into 15 minus 16 minus I cap, coefficient of j cap, 10 minus 12 minus 2, but it becomes plus 2 j cap. Okay. Coefficient of k cap is 8 minus 9 minus k cap. So it is our B1 vector cross B2 vector. I'm going to put the in formula shortest distance. What we want? A1 minus A2 dot B1 cross B2. If we take the dot of both, then lambda minus 1 into minus 1, 1 minus lambda plus 2 and then minus 1. Divide by modulus of B1 cross B2, that is equal to root 6, and they give that this value is equal to 1 by root 6. Okay. Now root 6 and root 6 cancel. Here we got minus lambda plus 2, 1 cancel, or say lambda minus 2 equal to 1. We got the value of lambda. If we use plus minus, then what we got here? One value of lambda is 3 and other value of lambda is equal to 1. Okay, we got two value of lambda. Now what they are asking, if lambda 1 and lambda 2 are the values of lambda. So suppose this is the lambda 1 and this is the value lambda 2. Then radius of the circle passing through 0, 0, lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 2, lambda 1. So what circle we got? Passing through 0, 0, 3, 1 and 1, 3. Okay. Now we can get the equation of circle passing through these 3 points, passing through origin. So coefficient, if you assume in general form, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, c is going to become 0 because it is passing through origin. There should be no coefficient term, constant term. Okay, so equation I am writing x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy equal to 0. Then what we do? We put 3, 1 and 1, 3. Okay, because it is going to satisfy. 3, 1 if you put here, it is 9 plus 1, 10 plus 6g, and here y equal to 1 plus 2f equal to 0. It means 3z plus f equal to minus 5. One equation. We need one more equation. For that one we are going to put the next point 1, 3. Again 1 square plus 3 square, that is 10. 1 here, then 2g, and 3 here, then 6f equal to 0. Here again g plus 3f equal to minus 5. If you solve both equation, then you will get g equal to f equal to, that is equal to minus 5 by 4. That is only. Okay. So what is the radius we have? Root over radius only they are asking, root over g square, that is 25 by 16 plus f square 25 by 16 minus c terms is 0. Okay. So what we got? We got 5 by 4 into root 2. This is our radius. Okay, now coming to next question. This is the question from probability, and here two events also. So obviously easily by using Venn diagram you will get. Whenever you do not have formula, you should use Venn diagram in case of two event always. Okay. So by the way, when we have two event, you do with the formula or Venn diagram, it always be easy. Both are equally. Probability of event A, probability of event A is equal to 0.7, probability of event B is equal to 0.4, and probability of A intersection B bar. A intersection B bar is equal to 0.5. Okay, let me use the Venn diagram. Here we have two event A and B. Okay. So probability of A is 0.7, probability of B is 0.4, and probability of A intersection B, A intersection B bar. So A intersection B bar, it means this range. Its probability is 0.5. Okay. Probability of A is 0.7. This portion probability is 0.5. So remaining is 0.2. Then probability B is 0.4. So this part intersection is 0.2, so remaining is going to be 0.2. Okay. Now here if you add these, you are getting 0.9. Still we are remaining 0.1 probability. That is for this outer portion, A bar union, A bar intersection B bar. Okay. So for this outer region, what is the probability we have? 0.1. We got all the data. Now what actually they are asking? They are just asking probability of B by A union B composite or B bar. Okay. Conditional probability in numerator intersection of both B intersection A union B bar, and divide by probability of A union B bar. Okay. अच्छा, B intersection A union B bar. If we take the intersection, either directly you will get from the Venn diagram, or you use the first the rule. So if we expand, then B intersection A we write first. This is B intersection A. Okay. Then further B intersection B bar, that is 5, and union with this one. Union of B intersection B bar, that is equal to 5. In denominator, probability of A union B bar. A union with B bar, it means other than B. These all will come. So complete A is 0.7, and this other portion other than B also will come. So 0.1. So what is the denominator portion? 0.7 plus 0.1. So we got 0.8. Now B intersection A union 5 will be B intersection A, and probability of B intersection A is 0.2. 0.2 by 0.8, what we got? 1 by 4. Okay. Again, this was easy one. Now the next question, minus 1 to 3 by 2, integration of pi square x sin pi x dx. Okay, again one easy problem from the definite integration. Yes, actually if you compare with the definite integration complete chapter, then this is also easy one. So minus 1 to 3 by 2, minus 1 to 3 by 2 modulus of pi, I am writing pi square as pi into pi x into sine of pi x. Okay. For this simplification, if you do directly, it still be okay. But for simplification, what I am doing, I am assuming this pi x as t. Then if we differentiate, pi into dx is equal to dt. Okay. So this pi and this dx become dt, and this pi x become t. So here what we got? Modulus of t sine t. Okay. And pi dx is dt. Now we need range also for t only. If you put x equal to minus 1, t is minus pi, x equal to 3 by 2, then we are getting 3 pi by 2. Okay. Now as here we have modulus of t sin t, I am dividing this one in two parts, minus pi to plus pi and pi to 3 pi by 2. Acha, in the range pi to 3 pi by 2, t positive, then third quadrant sign is negative, so total part is negative. So when we open this modulus, sign will change, minus will come. So t into sin t. Okay. Now further we use integration by part. First function t, sin t, second. Minus pi to plus pi, we are writing as it is, modulus of t sin t dt. Further we are using property number 4, so this can be written 0 to pi. Minus a to plus a can be written as 0 to a fx plus f minus x. So when we write ft plus f minus t, you will get same. So it will be twice. And further, as the t is positive, so 0 to pi, t positive, sign also positive in first and second quadrant till pi. So total value positive, so modulus will be removed directly, t sin t into dt. Here also we use integration by part, first and second, and here also we have same. Let me integrate first function t, integration of second, that is minus of cos t. What is the limit we have? Pi to 3 pi by 2. Then minus differentiation of first, pi to 3 pi by 2 first, let me write the limit. Differentiation of first, that is equal to 1. Integration of second, that is equal to minus cos t, so minus minus plus cos t. Okay. In same way we integrate here also, first into second form. Okay. So twice first function t, integration of second, minus cos t, limit is 0 to pi, minus 0 to pi, differentiation of first, same as this one only, differentiation of first one, integration of sin t minus cos t, minus minus plus, here also cos t will come. Okay. And minus, here if I put 3 pi by 2, then cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, this total part is 0, minus of minus, that become plus. If you put pi, then this is pi, and this one is equal to cos pi is minus 1, so minus pi will come here. Okay. Further this part, integration of cos t, that can be written as plus sin t, again limit is pi to 3 pi by 2. Acha, by the way, in what way we did the integration of this portion? In same way this is only, both are same, only limit differ. So when we put upper limit minus lower limit, finally this is going to be 2 pi. Here you are getting plus pi and there will be minus 1. So minus minus plus 1. At last your answer is going to become 3 pi plus 1. Okay. Now coming to next session, the product of last two digit of 1990 whole power 1990. So that 1990 whole power 1990. Acha, by the way, last two digit we need. So we need to take the 100 common. Okay, so first I am writing this one in terms of 10 into something plus minus 1. That can be written as 1920 minus 1 whole power 1990. As we need last two digit, I need to take 10 power 2 common. I am expanding it. When we expand from first to third last, 10 power 2 will be common, because in if I write the last to last term, then what you will get 19 C 1919 C 1919 and minus 1 power 1990. So minus 1 will come. Just previous term what we have 1919 C 1918 and 1920 power 1 and here plus sign. Before this term there will be power 2. So in all the previous term at least 10 power 2 we can take common. So this total can be written as 100 times of some big integer lambda and here 1990 into 1918 minus 1. So actually as here we have last two 0. So last two digit you will not get by using this because there will be 0 only. So in this first you need to multiply both, then subtract 1, then you will get a number. Calculation part only. Later when you multiply you will get sum of product of those two as 63. Okay. Now this is about the maths for now. Now I invite Ashish sir.
Thank you very much. I hope that your math session has gone very well. Sir has explained thoroughly and now we'll be continuing on the chemistry part. So I am going to discuss next questions. So how did the exam go, students? So this is the last session where we are going to discuss the main exam, and this is the last exam of whole 225 session in the case of mains. And I think the questions of the previous sessions were a bit harder as compared to these ones. So this time I think chemistry lies in between easy to moderate, mainly on the easy side, not on the moderate. Okay, so let's start. I'm not going to take much time of yours. I'll just tell you the answers so that you are able to understand. Okay, so let's start. Yeah. Now the point here is, see, so you have dibromo compound where you use alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH carries out E2 mechanism. Yes, and after that you use NaNH2. This will also again carries out a E2 mechanism reaction. Then Hg2 plus. So this is Korchev's reaction, and at last you get Clemmensen reduction. These all were the named reactions of different. So I can't put it in some chapter because it is a mixed question which is utilized by, you have alkyl halide, then you have alkene, then you have alkynes, then you have alkanes also. So in this Clemmensen reduction, the product which you get should always be alkane. The product which you get should always be alkane. So that is why the answer should be C. But I'll explain each and every step so that you are able to understand. Let's say here you have bromine. So in case of alcoholic KOH means you have alcohol plus KOH. These react and form RO minus, K plus and water. So this acts as a base. Yes? Clear? So this acts as a base. Now when you attack RO minus, so you have hydrogens also. Yes? So this attacks on hydrogen, this goes, and this is E2 mechanism. Yes, it follows E2 mechanism. Yes, and alkene is formed. And one bromine is also left. So you have bromine here. Sorry, not bromine here, sorry. Bromine is left here. Just a sec, huh? Yeah. So you have bromine here and hydrogen here. Yes? And next what happens is NH2 minus, NaNH2, Na plus and NH2 minus. This is also a base. Yes? Here also E2 mechanism happens and you attack. Oh, again. Also, okay. Yeah, again. Here it should be this one. So bromine should be here. So proton is removed, bromine should be here, hydrogen should be here. Yes. Now what happens is NH2 minus will come, attack on hydrogen, this will give electron and this will leave. Yes or no? Yes. Now alkyne is formed. Now alkyne is formed. So you have to make it like this. Four carbons. This should be made properly. This should be made properly. Yes. These. So 8-membered ring is formed. Yeah. So this is formed. This is called octyne. This is called octyne. Now what happens is you react with Hg2 plus. Yes. So this carries out hydration. This carries out hydration. Yes. Yes. So this carries out hydration. And what happens is, so you know that if it is RC double bond Cr, if you react with Hg2 plus and Hg, so in aqueous solution it forms RCOH double bond CHR. Yes, which depends on the stability of carbocation, and you carry out the tautomerism here. I can do the complete mechanism also. So it is like just like this. If you want, it can be solved like this. Hg R, and then it can be reduced by using water. This can be formed. Yes, and after this will form a ketone. Yes, very simple. So when we react with Hg2 plus, here ketone is formed. So you will be left with this. So a ketone will form, and after that you carry out the Clemmensen reduction, zinc Hg in presence of HCl. This is called Clemmensen reduction. So this will convert it in alkane. So in Clemmensen reduction, carbonyl is converted to alkane, and there is no acid sensitive group is present, so nothing else will happen. So your answer should be C. As I told you, since the Clemmensen reduction was in the last, the answer should be alkane. Yes, so that's why I knew that this would be the answer. Clear? Now let's talk about the correct decreasing order of spin only magnetic moment. Definitely from the coordination chemistry. Chapter is coordination chemistry. Chapter is coordination. What is the chapter? Chapter is coordination chemistry. And topic is valency number of unpaired electrons or and magnetic moment So try to understand this. This was very easy. So you have chromium 3 plus, this is 3d3, yes, and the magnetic moment is always magnetic moment. Let me tell you, it is very easy. Magnetic moment, spin only magnetic moment is equals to root n into n plus 2. N is number of unpaired electrons, and this can also be written as n plus 1 square minus 1 Bohr magneton. Yes, so it will be 3 unpaired, n is 3, so mu spin only will be root 50. Chromium 2 plus, this is 3d4, unpaired electrons are 4, so 25 minus 1, 24 square root. If it is copper 2 plus, it is 3d9, unpaired electrons are 1, and it will be root 3, and copper plus, so 3d10, unpaired electrons are 0, so it is also 0. Mu spin only magnetic moment is 0. So what we can say is chromium 2 plus will be maximum. So these options are, we can eliminate these options, and after that the minimum should be of copper plus. So it is not there, answer will be D. Am I clear or not? Am I clear or not? Yes? Next. Okay. The correct sequence of reagents of the correct sequence of reagents to the added. This framing is wrong. Added to the added for the following conversion. Yes. So we have alkane here. Yes, and we want bromine at the para position. So definitely what we can do is we can use bromine in the presence of a Lewis acid, FeCl3. So what will happen? Halogenation. This step is called halogenation. Yes, and CH2, CH3 and bromine will form. Understood? And after that we carry out the photochlorination in the presence of heat, photo or thermochlorination. Thermal chlorination. What happens? What happens? Since now there are two positions, the free radical, there two free radicals can be formed. Either it will be this CH radical and CH3 radical and CH3 radical, or it will be this CH2 and CH2 radical. Clear? So what I can say is, here we have plus R effect of benzene ring. Yes, and here plus 3 alpha hydrogen showing plus H effect. Yes, clear or not? Yes, and then here we have just 2 alpha hydrogens. So 2 alpha hydrogens showing plus H effect. Plus H effect. So this will be less stable, and this will be more stable. Please tell me yes or no. Please tell me yes or no. Am I clear or not? More stable. Yes. So now what will happen? The chlorination occurs at the more stable carbocation. Am I clear or not? Chlorination occurs at the more stable free radical. Yes. So what will happen? Chlorine will attach here, and here we will have chlorine, and here we have CH3. Yes, and here we have bromine, and after that we can use alcoholic KOH. After that we can use alcoholic KOH, where E2 elimination will happen. The RO minus will come, and it will abstract this proton. This will come and this will go, and the product will be formed. Am I clear or not? So you had to do bromination first, then chlorination, and then E2 elimination by alcoholic KOH. So alcoholic KOH should be last, Alcoholic KOH should be last, chlorination Br2. So the option should be A. Am I clear or not? Am I clear or not? Yes. And the chapter, since it is electrophilic aromatic substitution, so basically we can put it in alkyl halide. We can put it in, the chapter can be halo alkane and halo arene, and topic will be preparation and reactions of halo arenes. Yes, right? Next question. Okay, so now for the first order reaction, the ratio of time required is T1 by T2. So T1, what is T1? T1 is the time consumed, so it should be T1. T1 is the time consumed when reactant reaches 1/4 of the initial concentration, not concentration. Yes, and T2 is the time when it reaches 1/8 of initial concentration. Very simple. Chemical kinetics, chapter is chemical kinetics. Yes, we can definitely use a longer approach, but it can be solved in like 2 to 3 steps. Okay, and topic is first order reaction, integrated rate law. Now, so first order reaction is done for radioactivity also, nuclear reactions also. So it is very easy. Let's say if you had A0 concentration initially, what happens to reach to A0 by 2 for first order reaction? The time taken is T half. Yes, since the T half of first order reaction is independent of the concentration. Now what happens when you go from A0 to A0 by 4? You also again take T half time, because the T half is independent of initial concentration. So this is also a half, so this is called second half life. Yes, and after that, from going from A04 to A08, it also requires T half. Yes, very easy. Now what happens is from going A0 to A04, how much time did you require? You required 2 T half time. And from going A0 to A0 by 8, yani 1/8, which means 1/8 of initial concentration, you require 3 T half of time. Yes, and this was equals to T1, this was equals to T2, and now you can do the T1 upon T2, it is equals to 2 T half divided by 3 T half, T half cancel, the answer will be 2 by 3. Very easy. So the C option. Am I clear or not? Please tell me. Please keep on commenting. I know this was the last session and everything is done and dusted, but yes, as you know, it is not done until it is done. Yes, so this is from the chapter, aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid. And the topic was aldol reactions. Okay, you may put it in easy, medium or difficult category, whatever you want. But see, I have a very simple philosophy. It is not about easy, difficult. Nothing is easy or difficult. Either you know it or you don't. It is as simple as that. If you know how to approach, you will approach, and we just consider something difficult only when it is lengthy. If it is taking your time, because time management cannot be managed. It is as simple as that. Yes, if it requires more time, it will require more time. That is the only thing which can be controlled. Easy, difficult or conceptual level is just conceptual level problems. It's just about the clarity of your concepts. Yes or no? Okay, so let's continue. So yes, you can put it in difficult category, but it was a very simple approach. For example, if I do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Yes, as we know, now OH negative will come. Yes, and it can abstract many protons. Like you have, so this is our carbonyl. Yes, and you have this proton can be abstracted, this proton can be abstracted, this proton can be abstracted. So these two are similar protons. So I will not consider these one, okay, because they are similar. Now either this will be abstracted or this will be abstracted, okay. So what you do is you start doing numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as we know the stability of rings is how much? 5 is greater than 6, is greater than 3, is greater than 4, is greater than 7, is greater than 8. Yes? So now a 6-membered ring, no. So if this proton is removed, a 6-membered ring will be formed. And if this proton is removed, 8-membered ring will be formed. So which proton we will remove is in which the reaction can be carried forward. That's why the Le Chatelier principle works. Yes? Now what will happen? So you will abstract this proton and form an enolate. Yes? Just a sec. And yes. So now, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Now it will come back. So now this is a nucleophilic position. Now this is a nucleophilic position with del negative here, and this is a del positive electrophilic position. Yes. So now what will happen? It will come back and attack here. So how many membered ring is formed? Tell me. As I told you, it will be starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a 6-membered ring will be formed. Yes. A 6-membered ring will be formed. A 6-membered ring will be formed. So what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-membered ring is formed. And now as we have done the numbering in the previous, what will happen? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So with 1, you will have this. This ethanon, you will have this ethanon with 1, and with 6 you will have O minus, and with 6 you will have O minus, and with 6 you have a methyl also. You will have a methyl also. Yes? So this will be the structure. Now what will happen? H positive will come and the negative will attack on H positive. So what will be formed? One, so ethanon here and OH here and a methyl here. So now what will happen? Again OH negative will come, and since we have one alpha hydrogen here, so it will abstract this proton and this will be formed. So deprotonation will happen again because you heated, otherwise this wouldn't have happened. Yes? So OH here, methyl here, and double bond O minus, and this is formed. Yes? Now since you heated, so even CB mechanism will take place. How? It will come back, and this will be a leaving group. So it is a even CB mechanism, and you are left with this product and methyl here. Yes? And what will be its name? So the functional group lies here. So the functional group lies here. So the main chain will be ethanon. So the main chain will be ethanon or ethane 1-on. And at the one position, this is 1, this is 2. At the one position you have, let's say 1, 2. So you have at the first position you have 2 methyl cyclo hex 1 ene nil bracket close and ethanon. I should say 1-on or ethanon, it is okay. So now what is the answer? So this is this. ethene, and I should write 1 aisle also. I did not write E1 because I thought that it is understood, but yes, they have given, so I should write it. Hex, 1 ene, 1 aisle. Yes, 1 aisle. So the answer should be this: 1,2-methyl cyclohexene 1 aisle ethanol. So yes, it may look that it is a very long mechanism, but those who have practiced, they wouldn't require more than 15 seconds to do the question because it was as simple as that. Next, we have this question. This is from some basic principles of chemistry. So the chapter is some basic principles of chemistry, organic chemistry, some basic principles of organic chemistry, okay, and topic, basically the topic name is given as nomenclature, trivial, and IUPAC. So basic, in which the subtopic is there is nucleophile, electrophile, carbocation and carbon ions. Okay, so this is, so what is nucleophile? Tell me, what is nucleophile? Which donates electron. Which donates electron. So nucleophile is A should be fourth. A should be fourth. That is clear. A should be fourth. This is cancelled. This is cancelled. Now we should go for D. Let's say D is carbon ion. D is carbon ion. Carbon ion is tetrahedral in shape. It is written shape. Actually, it should be geometry. The geometry is tetrahedral actually, but since no option is close to this, carbon ion geometry is tetrahedral. Carbon ion geometry is tetrahedral and shape should be trigonal pyramidal. Since there is no ambiguity, these two options are not present in a question, I can go with tetrahedral also. So that is fine. Yes? Carbocations, which are also known as classical carbocations, are sp2 and planar, trigonal planar. And electrophiles are something which accepts electron because they love electron. Electrophiles lies in the name. Yes. So the answer should be D first. It should be B. Clear or not? The answer should be B. Yes. So yes, this is the last question, okay, in which there are 4 tests, right? Number 1 is unsaturation test. Number 1 is unsaturation test. So this is for, so as you know, what you can do is, you'll have to understand this is from practical organic chemistry test. Organic chemistry test. Yes. So test for unsaturation, what happens is, if you add alkene plus dilute KMnO4, this is purple in color. Okay, this is purple in color. What happens is you form a dione. Yes, and purple color is lost. Purple color is lost. So this is for the alkene. This is unsaturation test. So A should be 1. A should be 1. A should be 1. B and D are cancelled. Now let's talk about FeCl3. FeCl3, basically when phenol reacts with FeCl3, a violet complex is formed. Yes. So Fe interacts with O and a violet complex is formed. So that is why it is FeCl3 is phenolic OH. So B should be third. B should be third. So you got the answer. B should be third, answer should be C, not A. But rest, since this question we have done in previous sessions also, so if you have RCOOH and you react it with NaHCO3, what happens? It is stronger than H2CO3. Stronger than H2CO3. What happens is RC double bond O negative Na positive is formed plus H2CO3, And this H2CO3 gives you H2O plus CO2. Yes? And the fourth one is this, which is called CAN test. CAN is ceric ammonium nitrate. It is ceric ammonium nitrate. Actually, the color of ceric ammonium nitrate is orange, but when it is dissolved in water, it is colorless. Okay? So what happens is, when alcohol plus ceric ammonium nitrate is this, ammonium ceric nitrate 6. Yes? So this is colorless. What happens is, it forms ammonium twice alcohol. Just a sec. Ceric nitrate 4 and ROH thrice. So this is wine red color complex. Yes, that is what gives you the test of alcoholic OH. So that is why it should enter with alcoholic OH and the rate should be this. So the answer should be C. Okay, and that's how the question came in the chemistry paper. Definitely you require more knowledge of organic chemistry and more of practical organic chemistry, then only you would have been able to attempt this question. But yes, the options that were made were quite easy. They were not jumbled as you would suffer in them. Okay? Now, with this, my chemistry portion is over. Now, Shishir sir will come and talk about how the physics paper came and how you should have attended and how resonance students could have attended. Okay, sir?
Thanks, sir. Hello, students. So, this was a long journey, right? Like 5 days, 9 papers. So, we are also very much tired. Okay, so today is the last discussion of the last paper. We don't know that again when we will meet. But anyhow, I'm just discussing the paper first, and then we'll just discuss few more thing about the paper and all. So first, let's go directly to the to the question. So about the level of the questions, like as till now what we have seen, level was almost from easy to moderate. Like this time it was not even moderate, just moving to the moderate, like bit tougher than easy we can say. But the level of moderate, what we were leveling the questions till now, we can't say that okay, all these questions were moderate level. Okay, but anyhow, you will see the solution, you will get the idea. Okay, so let's solve these questions. So first question, a monoatomic gas is stored in a thermally insulated container. A gas is suddenly compressed to 1/8 of its initial volume. The ratio of the final pressure to the initial pressure is. So see, first thing that this question belongs to a thermodynamics, and this topic belongs to a specific heat capacity of gases and also adiabatic process. Why I added this one? Because it is using gamma. The value of gamma in this question will be used. That's why, because it was compressed and it is thermally insulated. So this is an adiabatic process. So this is a chapter name, thermodynamics, and topic name is this one. Now let's solve this question directly. So it is compressed. So we know that the relation between pressure and temperature, the formula used in this question will be P1 V1 to the power gamma is equal to P2 V2 to the power gamma, right? Then they are asking that what is the ratio of the final pressure to the initial pressure. So P2 upon P1 is equal to V1 upon V2 raised to the power gamma. Okay. Now they said that the gas is suddenly compressed to 1/8 of its initial volume, means V1 is to V2 is becoming 1 by 8th, right? So from here, like, sorry, 8, because V2 is becoming 1 by 8. So 1 by 8, like if V1 is V and V2 is V upon 8, so V1 upon V2 will be 8. So here V1 upon V2 will be 8 raised to the power gamma. Now this is a monoatomic gas, and for monoatomic gas we know that the value of gamma is 5 upon 3, right? I don't need to explain that formula. So directly I am writing the value of gamma here. So this will be 2 to the power 5, that is 32. So option C is the correct answer, right? Okay. Now anyhow, moving to the next question. Okay. Two balls are projected with same speed at different angles. If maximum height is 8 times the maximum height of second ball, then the ratio of their time of flight. Okay. So first, this question belongs to a chapter projectile, and topic also projectile only, right? Now over here, like they are saying that they are projected with the same speed at different angles, and the ratio of the maximum height of the first to second is 8 times. Okay. So H1 is actually, if the maximum height of the first is 8 times maximum of the second ball, so is equal to 8 times H2, right? Now U square sine square theta 1 upon 2g, this is the formula of maximum height, is equal to 8 times U square sine square theta 2 upon 2g. From here, sine theta 1 is equal to 2 root 2 sine theta 2. This is the relation between theta 1 and theta 2. Now coming to the ratio of the time. Now here there is one error in this question, like what ratio, like T1 is to T2 or T2 is to T1. So actually it was a memory-based question, so we got this question only. So anyhow, we are just assuming that okay, they gave the ratio of the height H1 is to H2, so that's why I am just taking T1 is to T2. So if they are giving us T1 is to T2, we know that formula for T1 is 2u sine theta 1 upon g upon 2u sine theta 2 upon g. From here, sine theta 1 upon sine theta 2. Now from here, sine theta 1 upon sine theta 2 will be 2 root 2 upon 1. So this is the correct answer. Now here there can be this answer also as a correct answer, because they didn't say that okay which ratio they are asking. So in the real question finally we will differently get that okay what ratio they are asking. So if the first is to second they are asking, then this will be the correct answer. But if they are asking T2 upon T1, then we will tick this one as a correct answer. Okay. So as of now we will just assume that okay they have asked T1 is to T2, and that's why this is the correct answer. Okay. Anyhow, method will be the same. Either they are asking T1 is to T2 or T2 is to T1. Okay. Now moving to the next question. A uniform disk of radius r is rotating about an axis passing through the diameter with angular speed 800 rpm. A torque of magnitude 25 pi Newton meter is applied on the disk for 40 seconds. If finally angular speed of disk is 100 rpm, and then find the radius of the disk if the mass is 1 kg. So this question belongs from a chapter rotation. In this question, rotational motion, rotational dynamics, they have used moment of inertia topic. Apart from that, they have used a torque equal to I alpha topic also. Okay, and the kinematics of alpha. So these are the formula also used, omega minus omega naught by t. So these are the formula which will be used in this one. So here they use 2-3 things, kinematics and dynamics of torque. Okay. Anyhow, moving to the solution now. So here they are saying that, okay, a disk is there whose radius is r and it is rotating about its diameter, and then its angular velocity omega 1 is 800 rpm, which changes to omega 2 2100 rpm, right? In time, delta t is equal to how much time it is taking? 25, sorry, not 25, this is 40 second, right? So from here, like we can use that one, alpha equal to delta omega upon delta t, right? And alpha can be written as torque upon I, delta omega upon delta t. Now torque is already given 25 pi upon this is given 25 pi upon moment of inertia of a disk about its diameter. So that is parallel axis theorem and perpendicular theorem concept, like we can use for the diameter, I diameter plus I diameter, what we discussed in the last paper also, like yesterday's morning paper, right? So same parallel axis theorem. So here m r square upon 4 is equal to delta omega. So delta omega is 2100 minus 800, that is 1300 rpm, that is 2 pi upon 60 upon delta t. So delta t is how much? 40, right? From here pi is getting cancelled, these 2 hundreds will get cancelled, this 4 will go up, mass is 1, so we are getting r square is equal to 25 into 4 into, this will get cancelled in 2 times, 6 to the 12 upon 13. So r will be under root, this is 100 into 4 into 3 upon 13. So it will give us, this will come out, so 20 into under root 3 upon 13. So this is giving us answer as this one, right? So if my calculation is not wrong here, and 2 pi by 60, so this 3 is there, obviously this is the answer. So this will be the answer, 20 up into root 3 upon 13. Okay. Now moving to the next question. So in this question, a waterfalls from 200-meter height, what is the increase in temperature? Now this question is the combination of 2 chapters, that is work power energy, energy conservation, work power energy chapter, and also calorimetry. Okay, and the topic is also energy conservation. Right? So now coming to the question, here a body is there which is dropped from a height h, so it will lose the what? Potential energy, and it will gain the heat. First it will gain in the kinetic energy, but they are saying that assume that no heat is lost, whole amount of energy, assume that all the heat goes into the same amount of mass which was falling. So all the heat is going in the form of, like all the loss in potential energy will be going in the form of what? Heat generated in the body. So loss in gravitational potential energy will be equal to ms delta t, change in temperature. Now here mass was not given, but luckily it is getting cancelled. Okay, so it has to get cancelled. So from here delta t will be z into h upon s. G is, I am taking approximately as a 10 into h. What was the height? 200 meter upon S. So what is the specific heat capacity of water? So here might be they might have given the data in the question, might be they didn't get, because this is a, as you know that okay, this is a memory based question, so might be the student has missed the value, but it is like quite necessary that we should remember the specific heat capacity or latent heat of capacity of ice or water. All these things we should remember, okay, like latent heat of fusion or latent heat of vaporization, or these things. A specific capacity of a water is, we know that okay, 4200, right? So from here these zeros will be gone, 2100, so 10 upon 2100, okay. So sorry, degree C. So this is the change in temperature. So 10 upon 21 degrees C, so this is the answer, okay. So it was quite simple, but the previous question was relatively tough because it was using two formulas. That's why we said that okay, it was not completely moderate, but it was shifting towards the moderate. Anyhow, moving to the next question. A bulk modulus of a liquid is given in a Pascal. Initial and final pressure are this and this. Find the initial volume of the liquid if change in volume is this one. So this question belongs to the chapter fluid, or properties of matter also you can write, because there is a deviation in different books, they write it in properties of matter or fluid, and this is coming from like bulk modulus equal to delta P upon delta V upon V, right? So this is based on bulk modulus topic. Now from here we have to find V. So bulk modulus equal to delta P upon delta V into V. From here V will be, because they are asking that what is the initial volume, so bulk modulus into delta V upon delta P. So from here what is the bulk modulus? So 2 into 10 raised to the power 9 into what is delta V? Change in volume. So change in volume is already given 0.8 centimeter cube. We can change the unit, but no need to change the unit. Why? Because see, options are given in the form of centimeter cube, so leave it like that. And here delta P, change in pressure, will be 5 minus 1, that is 4 into 10 raised to the power 5. Convert it into Newton per meter square, because that will be Pascal. So this Pascal and Pascal, because this was also given in Pascal, so Pascal and Pascal unit will also get cancelled. So here now our unit is matching according to the given option, so we can go with that one. So from here this will get cancelled, 4 to the 8, so 2 to the 4 into 10 to the power 4 into 10 to the power minus 1, that is 10 raised to the power 3 centimeter cube. So here 4 into 10 to the power 3 centimeter cube. So this is the correct answer. Okay. So it was quite simple also. So now, so this is the next question. The amplitude and the phase of the wave when two traveling waves as y1 equal to this and y2 equal to this is given are superimposed. Now see, we have done lots of questions like this. This is a very basic question that they have asked the amplitude lots of time to us, right? But one thing is different here, that is over here they are asking the phase constant also. Okay, so this question belongs from waves chapter and the topic is superposition of waves. Okay, so here now first let us find the value of what? Amplitude. So if two waves are there who are superimposing with different amplitude, then the resultant amplitude is given by a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2 cos phi, right? Now from these two equations we can see that phi is the phase constant, phi or delta phi, whatever you want to write. Phase difference is 2 pi upon 3, right? So from here if I am using those value, under root a1 square, that is 4 square plus 2 square plus 2 ab, 4 into 2 into cos 2 pi upon 3, that is 120 degree. So this will be 16 plus 4 plus 4 to the 8 into 2 into cos 120 is minus 1 upon 2. So these two will get cancelled. So this will be minus 8 and plus 16. So it will become 8 plus 4. So it will be 12. So under root 12 can be written as 2 root 3. Okay. So among the given options, we can see that this is the only option which is having this amplitude. So we can directly take this one. Okay. We can directly take this one. No need to find the phase constant. But if we need to find the phase constant, we know that tan alpha is equal to 2 sine 2 pi by 3 upon a sine theta by b, that a1 sine theta by a2. a2 is 4 plus 2 cos 2 pi by 3. So from here 2 into root 3 upon 2 upon 4 plus 2 into minus 1 upon 2. So this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So minus 1. This 2 will get cancelled. Root 3 upon here 3, that is 1 upon root 3. So alpha, tan alpha equal to 1 upon root 3. So alpha will be obviously 30 degree, that is pi upon 6. So see, we are getting that value. But in the exam, definitely we will never check that one if we are 100% sure that okay, we are getting this one correct. Okay, amplitude. And it was the easiest part because generally we always find the amplitude. We have this habit. Okay. So these were few questions in physics which were like a moderate level. They were not very tough, not even very easy. These questions were shifting from like easy towards the moderate. Okay. So anyhow, today's questions were also not very calculative, but they were bit like shifting towards the moderate. Anyhow, sir, so you can just join us. So how was the math paper today, sir?
Or maths paper, the conceptually we can't say this is a tough paper, but the paper is the lengthy. So more and more calculative is there.
Okay, so day by day, like they are just creating a fear into the student for the math paper, but physics, as always, like it was easy, it will be easy, and again I think the next lesson also they will continue the same thing as we are expecting. Anyhow, stay tuned with sir. He will be just giving us solution of the next part of the math. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, now we can see the mathematics paper. Yeah. From the determinant. So first of all, we can use the property of adjoint, and after that the determinant property, and we are going to be equate this one. Just a small correction is there in this question. 2 to the power m into 3 to the power n is there in this one. This question belongs to matrix and determinant. So first thing is there, we can simplify this part. So how we can simplify this part? As all of you know, adjoint Ka is equal to, we can write k to the power n minus 1 adjoint A. The same thing we have to be applied here. So first of all, 3 will come here. So what this one? 3 to the power 2. Again 3 will come, 3 square will come here. So 3 square whole to the power 4. That means 3 square to the power 2 means the 3 to the power 4. And this we can take outside of the determinant. So 3 to the power 4 whole to the power 3 determinant adjoint A. We can write this. This is how we are going to be simplify 3 to the power 12 3 to the power 12 into modulus of determinant of A This order is equal to 3. So 2 and this adjoint 2 times is there. So this is 2a square, means 3 to the power 12 det of a to the power 4. Now we have to find the det a value. So det a value, how we can find this one? First of all, R1 we can multiply with the 2. So we can write here R2 tends to R2 minus 2R1. So R1 you can write as it is 2 plus P, 2 plus P plus Q is there. Next what we are doing, R2 we have to be right. So R2 minus 2R1 to multiply. So this term is going to be 0. Here 2 we can multiply. So 6 minus 4, 2 and 2P minus 2P is equal to cancel. Here you can see the value will come 2 multiply. So 4 and from this one 4 will come 2P. So 3P minus 2P, P and 2Q, TQ cancel. So we can get this one. Now we can do here R3 tends to R3 minus 3R1. Why this idea is coming? Because once we can multiply, so we can get the 0 here. According to this idea is going to be generated. Because in the maths paper, must be you can get the idea, then only you can save your the time. Now, this multiply with the 3. So 3p gone. This become the 6 and this is the 12. 12 minus 6, 6 only. From here you can take this one the 3 into 2, 3 into 2, 6. 20 minus 6 become 14. 14 and here 6p minus 3p become 3p. And this one 3q minus 3q is equal to 0 will come. Now we are going to be expand this one. So determinant of a is equal to, you can see 2. From here you can take 28 plus 6p minus 24 minus 6p. 6p cancel. This is become the 8 value. Once this value become the 8, now you can keep here. So 3 to the power 12, 2 to the power 3. So 2 to the power 12 will come. Now you can equate with this one. So we can get the m value is equal to 3. M value is equal to 12 and n value is equal to also 12. They are asking about the m plus n. So m plus 1 is equal, m plus n is equal to, we can get here 24. So our option number B is correct. So this way we can take, so that the calculation are the less. Yeah. This is the differential equation is there. As we are seeing, all the paper, today is the last paper of this session, but all the paper differential equation question came from the linear equation only. First of all, we can simplify this one. So what the things are there? G, F of x equal to x minus 1. Again this one, x minus 2. So this is equal to, we can write e to the power x minus 2. So our dy by dx, by seeing only we can say this is the linear equation is there. Do one thing here, this you can send this side. So y by root x. So here you can write the plus y by root x. That part keep there only. So e minus 2 root x into e x minus 2. Now linear equation type of the differential equation is there, this one. This question belongs to differential equation. We can write the y 1 by root x dx is equal to e minus 2 root x, and this one e power down, so we can write plus x minus 2 into e 1 by root x dx plus c. Here in this one, y 2 root x, it will come differentiation of integration of this one, e minus 2 root x plus x minus 2, and these are the same value only. So e to the power 2 root x, so we can add here 2 root x. This and this going to be cancelled. So y into e 2 root x is equal to e differential integration of this one x minus 2 plus c. C value you can easily find because one information is given here, y0 is equal to 0. If x equal to 0, so y is equal to also 0. Once you can find the c value, then if y1 is equal to, you can get. So in this one, a small correction is there. This is the e minus 1 by e to the power 4 we can get. Yeah. Now we can come to this sum. This sum is there. Cot inverse 1 plus tan square 2. What we can write? Sec square 2. But due to the root, so we can write mod sec 2 plus 1 by tan 2 minus cot inverse, again in this one sec 2 modulus minus 1 by tan 2. What we can do here, this value is equal to cot inverse minus sec 2, because sec into the second quadrant more than pi by 2 means the 1.57, it will go to the 2 in a second quadrant, so minus tan 2 minus cot inverse, again this is the minus, so minus cos 2, cos not, sec 2 minus 1 by tan 2. Now, this we can take the minus common. If I am taking this is the minus common, so pi minus cot inverse 1 minus sec 2 by tan 2. Again here you can take the minus common. So pi minus I am taking the common. So cot inverse sec 2 plus 1 by tan 2. If we can remove bracket, so this pi is going to be cancelled, this become the plus. So we can write cot inverse sec 2 plus 1 by tan 2 minus cot inverse 1 minus sec 2 by tan 2. Now cot inverse A minus cot inverse B form, because this is also the positive, this is also the positive part. So now you can simplify, you can get the answer. So this is the option number C will come. Yeah. Sum of the square of the roots. So separately we have to be find both the equation, and that roots we have to do the square. After that we have to be add. So you can see first one, by the way, modulus of x minus 2 is given. So that is equal to, you can assume the t. So t square minus t minus 2 is equal to 0. We can find the t value from here. So t square minus 2t plus t minus 2 is equal to 0. So t minus 2 plus 1 t minus 2 is equal to 0. So we can get t plus 1 into t minus 2 is equal to 0. So we can get one value of t is equal to minus 1, which we have to neglect, because t we can assume here x minus 2 is equal to t. This question belongs to the quadratic expression, you can say. T is equal to 2. So now x minus 2 modulus is equal to 2. So x minus 2 is equal to plus minus 2. If the minus 2, so x equal to 0. If the plus 2, so x is equal to 4. So we can get the two roots from the first equation. One is the 0, another one is the 4. Now we can come to the second equation. For the second equation, we have to take the two cases. One case I am taking here, x square minus, the first case you can take case 1, x is greater than equal to 3. Then 2, x minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. So x square minus 2x, and this one you can see minus become plus 6, 6 minus 5, so plus 1 is equal to 0. So x minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. We can get x equal to 1 here. But you can see x is greater than equal to 3. So that means the no roots from here. Now we can come to the case 2. No root here. Once we can come to the case 2, means x is less than 3. So x square minus become plus 2, x minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. X square plus 2x minus 6, and this one become 11 is equal to 0. Now can we split this one? No, we can't split this one. So we can find the value x is equal to minus 2 plus minus under root of 4 plus 4 into 11, 44 by 2. So x equal to minus 2 plus minus, this become 48. 48 means 16 into 3. So 4 root 3 by 2. We can cancel by 2. So we can get here x is equal to minus 1 plus minus 2 root 3. Yeah. Now we can check both the value are less than 3 or not. So one value minus 1 minus 2 root 3, negative is there. So obviously less than 3. Another one you can check, minus 1 plus 2 root 3. This is also less than 3 only. Now you can square all. So 0 whole square plus 4 whole square minus 1 minus 2 root 3 whole square plus minus 1 plus 2 root 3 whole square, and then you can get the answer. Yeah, now we can come to the next sum. F of x is the positive function I1, I2. So better we can start with the I1 only, and such type of question what we have to do, we can start with the I1 and try to convert in terms of the I2. Then we can easily find the relation between I1 and I2. This question belongs to definite integration. Definite integration. Yeah. I1 minus 1 by 2 to 1, 2x. Everywhere we are seeing the 2x is there. First of all, what we have to be think like that question, how to convert this one into the same lower limit and the upper limit. So if you can take the 2x is equal to some number t variable, then both the lower limit upper limit is going to become a same only. So I am taking here 2x is equal to t, then dx is equal to 1 by 2 dt we can get. Now I1 is equal to 1 by 2, 1 by 2, this become minus 1 and that become the 2, this is t, f of 2t, 2t not, t only because 2x equal to t minus t dt. Now we can do this is equal to, we can assume the t3. Concentrate all of you. So I3 is equal to what we can get here, minus 1 to 2 t f of t 1 minus t dt. We can use the King's rule. So what 2 minus 1, 1 it will come. So I3 is equal to, we can write here, minus 1 to 1 minus t, and this one is equal to again the same thing, only this become the 1 minus t and that is going to become a t dt. Now this both the I3 I am going to be add. So 2I3 is equal to minus 1 to 2. Here you can see this one with the minus t, this part is going to be cancelled. So this value is equal to, it will come f of t 1 minus t dt. So I3 is equal to, we can write 1 by 2 minus 1 to 2. F of, by the way, t variable terms are there. So in place of t now I am keeping the x. So x 1 minus x dx. Now in place of I3 you can put here, because this one I3 is equal to I2 by 2. So 1 by 2 in place of I3 now 4 is equal to I2 by I1. So we can get here the value is equal to 4. So our answer becomes the 4. Yeah, next sum. Consider the two statement this and this. By the way, this is a very easy expression are there. So what we should do? Here it is given also 1 to the power in infinite form. Formula is also given. So we can write here e to the power xy 1 minus x and this one x minus 1. X minus 1 it is there. So this and this is going to be cancelled, is equal to e and x of 1. So obviously this value is not at all equal to this part. This is not equal to this part, means statement number 2 are wrong. After that this we have to be seen. One precaution you can take here, one small correction is there in this question, not the 2x, minus 2x in there in this one. This question never try to be solved through the L'Hospital rule, because you can see the denominator is there x to the power 5. If you can start solving through the L'Hospital rule, easily it will take around the 5-minute time. So better this one, you can write the expansion formula. Plus 1 by 2 log 1 plus x minus 1 by 2 log 1 minus x minus 2x divided by x to the power 5. You can use the expansion formula, you can use the expansion formula, you can use the expansion formula. This 2x is going to be cancelled, x5 value is going to be also cancelled. So this is the final answer will come 2 by 5. So our statement number 1 is the true, and only a statement number 1 is only the true, it is there. Now we can come to the next sum. Yeah, next sum belongs to the vector. Easy sum. Already several times came in examination. C is a vector perpendicular to the A and lies in the plane of A and B. So C is equal to what you can write? Lambda B. Yeah, otherwise you can go through the option also which is the perpendicular to the what they are saying. We have to be find the C vector perpendicular to that one. So we can check here which one is the perpendicular to this one. C option. First of all, check the A option. A option no. You can see the D option. D option also no. Remaining only the two option is there. Remaining only the two option is there. B and C. I didn't start solving the sum also, but we can remove the two option. Now the B option you can see -1 +4 -3. Yes, satisfying this one. This one also you can see, yeah, it is also going to be satisfied. So from this B and C, we have to be take the one of the option. Method is like that. C is equal to A plus lambda B and C is perpendicular to the A. So take the dot product. So A dot C, here A dot A plus lambda A dot B. From here we can find the lambda value. Once we can find the lambda value, you can keep here, then you can find the C value. A dot C is equal to 0 in a question given like that. So A dot A means the A square. What is the value of this one? 1 plus 16 plus 9 plus lambda under root, but the square terms are there, so root is going to be cancelled here. A dot B, so 2 plus 12 plus 12. So 0, 26 plus 26 lambda. So lambda value is equal to, we can get here the -1. Now minus value you can keep here. So C is equal to A minus B. A minus B. So see here 1 minus 2i minus I, that is the NF only for the tick mark covered option, because your plus I is given, option number B is correct. Like that, by doing the something we can save our time during the examination. As you know, in the maths or the paper or the calculative, so we have to do the calculation also a smart way. Yeah. Area question, obviously the area question, that means the more calculation involved. First of all, we can draw the diagram of this one. Y is equal to root 9x, obviously 3 root x, and y value is equal to greater than 0, that means only the upward, like that diagram. Another one is the like a parabola diagram is there. So y is equal to 0, so x is equal to 1 by 2 it will come, means from here 1 by 2, x coefficient are the negative, so diagram will go this side, so diagram will go this side. This area only we have to be find. So for finding this area, this one is there, this one is there, 3 root x, and this one is there, 3 minus 6x root. We have to be find the intersection point of this one, because we know already this is the 0, this is the 1 by 2. So for the intersection point, y square, you can take the y square is equal to 9x. Y square is equal to 9x. From here you can see 3 minus 6x, 15x is equal to 3x equal to 1 by 5. Means this coordinate is equal to x coordinate, no need of the y coordinate. So x coordinate is equal to 1 by 5. Now you can write 0 to 1 by 5, 0 to 1 by 5, 3 root x dx plus, now from here we can take 1 by 5 to 1 by 5 to 1 by 2 under root of 3 minus 6x dx. Now is the easy integration. So you can do the calculation easily and you can get the answer. Yeah. Okay, now the chemistry sir is going to become to discuss with you the few sum.
Hello guys, hope everyone done well in the examination. Let us discuss remaining part of the chemistry, right? Right, start. Yes. Okay, the question given from the solution and colligative properties. Solutions and colligative properties, right? An aqueous solution of 0.1 m Ha shows depression in freezing point of 0.2 degrees Celsius. What is the depression in freezing point? 0.2 degrees Celsius. And Kf they given 1.86, right? Kilo kg per mole, and assuming molarity is equals to molality and dissociation constant of Ha. What we have to find out? Dissociation constant of Ha. What is the dissociation constant? Ka is equals to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Okay, we can neglect the 1 minus alpha, then Ka is equals to C alpha square. We have to find out the acid dissociation constant Ka. To find out the acid dissociation constant Ka, you need the alpha, degree of dissociation. From the alpha we can calculate the Ka. How to determine the alpha? We have to determine the alpha from the given data. So what is the given data? They given delta Tf they given in the question, Kf they given, and molarity they given, and assume molarity is equals to molality. What is the formula we have? Delta Tf is equals to I into anti-factor I times of Kf into molality. Okay, from this I we have to calculate, because to calculate the alpha, to calculate the Ka, alpha is needed. To calculate the alpha, I required. We have anti-factor I we have to calculate from this equation. Okay, I is equals to delta Tf by Kf into molality. What is the delta Tf they given? Delta Tf 0.2 by Kf 1.86. Okay, molarity both are same in the, according to question, then 0.1. It is equals to 2 by 1.86 is equals to 1.075. We get the I, then easily we can get the alpha. Alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. I we calculated from the given data, right? N is equals to what? The given compound is Ha, H plus A minus. How many species we get from the Ha? 2, then N is equals to 2. Then alpha is equals to I, what we get? 1.075 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 is equals to 0.075. Alpha we get, then easily we can calculate the Ka. Ka is equals to 0.1. C is given, C is 0.1 into alpha is what? 0.075 whole square. Upon calculating, what you get? Option D we get. Ka is equals to 5.625 into 10 power minus 4 is the answer. So it is not a direct question. They asked the Ka, acid dissociation constant. What is the Ka? Ka is equals to C alpha square. From the to get the alpha, we have to calculate the want of factor I. How to calculate the want of factor I? Alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. We calculate the want of factor I, delta Tf by Kfm. From this equation we get the I. You substitute the I here. Alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. Then you get the alpha. Then we can easily calculate the Ka by using the C alpha square. That is the what? First question asked from the solution. Okay, right. Which of the following solution can form minimum boiling azeotropes? Minimum boiling azeotropes shown by the solutions having the negative deviation from the Raoult's law. negative deviation from the Raoult's law, so that we have to decide from the options. Here from ethyl alcohol, negative deviation from Raoult's law, this is, we can take. This is ideal solution which shows the vapor pressure is decreases. Vapor pressure is decreases from the expected. Okay na? Right? Right. Right. This one shows the negative deviation from the Raoult's law and having the minimum boiling point azeotrope. Okay. Let's move to next one. 20 ml of NaI reacts with excess of AgNO3. Excess of AgNO3 to give the 4.74 grams of AgI. Find the molarity of, this is balanced equation. Find the molarity of NaI, 20 ml. This volume is given, volume is 20 ml given. Excess of AgNO3 they used and 4.74 grams of AgI found. The given mass you have to convert into the moles. Number of moles is equals to given weight by molecular weight. 107 plus 127. Approximately what you get? 235. So almost N is equals to what you get? 0.02 moles. Observe the equation. 1 mole of NaI gives the 1 mole of AgI. That means 0.02 moles of AgI formed means how much NaI is consumed? 0.02 moles. From the balanced equation, 1 mole of NaI gives the 1 mole of AgI. That means 0.02 moles AgI is formed in the reaction. How many moles of NaI is used up in the reaction? 0.02 moles. N is equals to 0.02 moles. Okay na? Then molarity is equals to number of moles into 1000 by given volume in the ml. Number of moles are 0.02 into 1000 by given volume is what? 20. Okay, upon calculation you get 1. What is the molarity of NaI? It is 1. Let's move to next question. Right, this question given from the qualitative quantitative analysis of organic compounds. Qualitative quantitative analysis of organic compounds. Let us calculate. On combustion of 0.21 grams of an organic compound. Weight of organic compound is given 0.21 grams. Organic compound containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen given 0.127 grams of H2O and 0.307 grams of CO2 and percentage of hydrogen and oxygen in the given organic compound. What we have to find out? Percentage of hydrogen, percentage of oxygen. The given organic compound having the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, then percentage of oxygen is equals to 100 minus percentage of oxygen plus percentage of hydrogen. So to calculate the percentage of oxygen, first you have to calculate the percentage of carbon as well as percentage of hydrogen. Percentage of carbon is equals to 12 by 44 into weight of carbon dioxide by weight of organic compound into 100. Then percentage of carbon is equals to 12 by 44. Weight of organic compound, weight of carbon dioxide given 0.307 grams, 0.307 grams and weight of organic compound given 0.21 into 100. Approximately we get 39.87 grams. Then calculate the percentage of hydrogens 2 by 18 into weight of water, weight of organic compound into 100. Then 2 by 18 into weight of water, they given 0.127 by 0.21 into 100. Upon calculation, you get the 6.72 grams. So, percentage of hydrogen is 6.72 grams. B option is there, C option is there, and they asked for the percentage of hydrogen and percentage of oxygen. Percentage of oxygen is equals to 100 minus percentage of carbon 39.87 plus percentage of hydrogen 6.72. Upon solving, you get the 53.41. Then answer B is the correct one. Right? This is given from the qualitative quantitative analysis of organic compound. We can use directly formulas to calculate the percentage of carbon, to calculate the percentage of hydrogen. Then we can easily calculate the percentage of oxygen. What is the formula we have for the percentage of oxygen? Percentage of oxygen is equals to 100 minus percentage of remaining elements. Then easily we can calculate percentage of oxygen. Then let's move to next question. Yeah. Again, this question is given. Regularly they are asking these kind of questions in the JEE, right? Right. They given the matching type question, list 1, list 2. NiCl4 they given. NiCl4 minus 2. Okay, nickel is in what oxidation state? +2. What is the electronic configuration? 3d8. 3d8 and nickel is associated with weak field ligand. Okay, D8 configuration we have, and splitting takes place T2G and EG. But here we have the weak field ligand. The energy difference between the T2G orbital and EG orbital is very less. Then pairing does not take place. In the presence of weak field ligand, splitting of d orbital energy gap is very less. Then pairing does not take place. Here we have the 8 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 electrons are there. Here EG orbital is not vacant. Then with coordination number 4, the molecule undergoes the sp3 hybridization. With coordination number 4, there are two possibilities. It may be undergoes the sp3 hybridization, it may be undergoes the dsp2 hybridization. But here there is no chance for the undergoes the dsp2 hybridization. It must be undergoes the sp3 hybridization. So NiCl4 minus 2 undergoes the sp3 hybridization due to the lack of availability of vacant d orbital in the inner shell. So then it undergoes the sp3 hybridization, and here we have the how many unpaired electrons? 2 unpaired electrons. 2 unpaired electrons means what is the magnetic momentum? 2 point something, 2.8. 1 unpaired means 1 point something. 2 unpaired means 2 point something. No need to calculate. Mu is equals to under root n into n plus 2 Bohr magnetons. This is not required. 1 unpaired is there, 1 point something. 2 unpaired are there, 2 point something. 3 unpaired are there, magnetic momentum is 3 point something, like that we can give. Here it is in the sp3 hybridization, and magnetic momentum is 2.82, means for A, what is the correct match? Fourth one. Next, what is the B? NiCN taken 4 minus 2 degree. Here also nickel is in +2 oxidation state. Then what is the configuration? 3d8. But in this case, nickel is associated with strong field ligand. Strong field ligand means what happened? What happened? Pairing takes place because energy pairing takes place at lower energy level. Then what we get? What is the hybridization? Here we get the dsp2 hybridization. There is no unpaired electrons and square planar. So, and dsp2 hybridization, then answer will be 2. For B2. Okay. And C and D we can expect from the remaining options. A2, B4, this is not the option. Here A2 is not there. A2 is not there. Sorry. A4 is there. A4 is the correct one. A4 is this we can eliminate this one. This we can eliminate this one. A is 4, right? B, A is 4, right? We can opt from the B and D. A4. And B2. Here B1 they given, and here we can select the option D. A4, B2, C1 and D3. Otherwise we can check remaining options also, right? Let's move to next question. Very easy question they given. The energy of an electron in first Bohr orbit hydrogen atom minus 13.6 eV. Find the magnitude of energy of an electron first excited state of Be plus 3. Electron in the first excited state, then what is the n value? N is equals to 2. Then what is the formula? En is equals to minus 13.6. Okay, Z square by n square. Minus 13.6. What is the Z? Z beryllium 4. 4 means 16 by n is the first excited state means n equals to 2. 2 square 4. 4 get cancelled. What we get? 54.4 eV we get. This is the answer. Very simple question they given. Formula based question. Rest it is the regular question in the JEE. They given the energy of the first Bohr orbit. Then they asked for the different elements like hydrogen like species. Okay, this is the somewhat complicated question they given in the chemistry from the electrochemistry based on the Nernst equation. Consider the following cell: platinum, hydrogen H plus, Cr2O7. This is the anodic of cell. This is the cathodic of cell. Then first we have to write the cell reaction. What is the cell reaction? Hydrogen is converted into H plus at anode. Okay, 2H plus 2 electrons. And Cr2O7, we have to balance this equation. Cr2O7 minus 2 gives rise to what? Cr plus 3. Upon balancing, here you get 14H plus. Here you get 6 electrons. Right now, here we get the, I think 7H2O. Okay, overall reaction. This is a reaction at anode. This is reaction at cathode. Overall reaction will be, you have to multiply this one with 3, then we can cancel the electrons, then we can 3H2, 6H plus. Okay, these H plus are at cathode, these H plus are at anode. Observe. These H plus are at anode, these H plus are at cathode. 6H plus, right? 6 electrons get cancelled. Okay, I will write the total reaction. 3H2 plus Cr2O7 minus 2. Okay, here we have 6H plus, here we have 14H plus, remaining H plus are 8H plus. 6 electrons get cancelled, and what we get? 2 Cr plus 3, right? 7H2O. Then write the E cell. E cell equals to E naught cell minus 0.059 by 6. Number of electrons involved, log Cr plus 3 whole square by Cr2O7 minus 2 H plus whole power 8. Okay, right? E cell is 0, they are given. E naught cell equals to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. This is cathode, this is anode. Then E naught cell equals to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. As anode is the hydrogen cell, its E naught is always 0. It's 0. Then E cell equals to E naught cell. What is the E naught cell? You get 1.33 minus 0.06 by 6 log, and in the question concentration of Cr plus 3 square by Cr2O7 minus 2 they given, that is what? 10 power minus 7 by H plus whole power 8, and E cell 0, that 1.33 minus 0.01 log 10 power minus 7 H plus whole power minus 8. This is upon solving you get the pH. I will solve here. One more page. Okay, I will solve here. Right. 1.33 minus 0.01 into log 10 power minus 7 plus log H plus concentration power minus 8. 1.33 minus 0.01 minus 7 minus 8 log H plus. Okay na? Right? This is upon this you can take pH. Okay, 1.33 minus 0.01 minus 7 plus 8 pH. From this you get the pH, right? Almost we get the pH is equals to 10 from the solving from this one. Okay, 1.33 minus 0.01 and minus log H plus. Minus log H plus concentration is nothing but what? pH. So from that you can easily calculate the pH. Okay. Okay, thank you. Vijay sir will continue next.
Thank you, sir. Okay, now we move to forward for the maths questions. Okay, so here, just wait a second. Okay, our first question is FB are defined as R minus 0 to R such that Fx is equal to x by 3 plus 3 by x plus 3. If Fx is strictly increasing in minus infinity comma alpha 1 union alpha 2 comma infinity and is strictly decreasing in the given interval, then sigma I equal to 1 to 5 alpha I whole square. We need to get the interval of increasing decreasing. Again, this is the one easy question from the chapter AOD, application of derivative. Okay. So first we got the value of Fx here. Fx they gave as x by 3 plus 3 by x plus 3. To get the interval of increasing and decreasing, we just need to get f dash x. It is 1 by 3 minus 3 by x square. Differentiation of 3 is 0. If we take LCM, 3x square, then x square minus 9. Further we factorize x minus 3 into x plus 3 by 3 x square. If we use the sign scheme, points are minus 3, 0 and 3. Okay. Now here plus 3 because of this one power odd, sign change, 0 because of this one, sign will remain same, power is even, and here also plus power sign change. So f dash x positive here, graph is going to be increasing, and in this one decreasing, again decreasing, and it is going to be increasing. Okay. So actually they give that Fx is strictly increasing in minus infinity comma alpha 1 and union alpha 2 comma infinity. It is increasing in this interval. So actually we got the value of alpha 1 that is equal to minus 3 and alpha 2 to infinity, that is 3 to infinity, alpha 2 equal to 3. Then decreasing in alpha 3 comma alpha 4 union alpha 4 comma alpha 5. Alpha 3 decreasing in this interval and this interval. So this is alpha 3, that is minus 3, alpha 4 equal to 0. Further again alpha 4 to alpha 5 is equal to 3. And what do you want? Sum of square of these all alpha I. That will be 4 times of 3 square, that is equal to 36. Okay. Now coming to next question, this is the question from the relation. Again average, or you can say is given average question from the relation topic. Set A they give 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and R1 be a relation defined as, how they define the R1? X related to Y. If maximum of x comma y belongs to 3 comma 4. So it means x comma y will be the element of R1 only if maximum of these two is either 3 or 4. Let me write the R1 in ordered pair form, then we check the option. So first I am putting x equal to 0, x, y both belongs to A. If x is 0, then y should be either 3 or 4 because maximum of x comma y need to be either 3 or 4. So first we are taking 0 comma 3, then 0 comma 4 also we can consider, okay. Now 0 comma 5 we can't take, and 0 comma 1 also you will not take because maximum should be either 3 or 4, okay. Then next, when x is 1, again maximum of x comma y need to be either 3 or 4. As the x is 1, now y has to be either 3 or 4. So 1 comma 3 and 1 comma 4 possible. Then when x is 2, then again y had to be either 3 or 4, 2 comma 4. So what if x is 3? If x is 3, then there is no problem. Y can be 0. Y can be 1 because the still maximum is 3, y can be 2, y can be even 3, and y can be 4 also. But now y can't be 5 because maximum should be either 3 or 4 only. Then next, when x is 4, if x is 4, y can be 0, y can be 1, y can be 2, y can be 3, y can be 4, okay. Further 4 comma 5 is not possible because maximum has to be either 3 or 4. Okay, now x can't be 5 because if x will be 5 then maximum will be either 5 or greater than 5, but we need either 3 or 4. So this is the only OR relation. So how many elements we have? Total we have 6, 5, 11 and 5, 16. Total number of element in R1 is there are 18, but actually what we know, that is 16. Okay. Statement 2, R is symmetric but not reflexive. Achha, by the way, first if you check symmetric, obviously 0 comma 3, 3 comma 0 we have, 0 comma 4, 4 comma 0. If A comma B, B comma A you will get. So it is symmetric but not reflexive and transitive. Achha, for the reflexive, for the not reflexive and not transitive. Reflexive, obviously here 2 comma 2 is not included here. For the reflexive we need every A comma A, but here we do not have 2 comma 2 or 1 comma 1, so obviously it is not a reflexive, okay, it is also correct. Transitive, now for the transitive, here we need to check that this is transitive or not. To say no, I need only one reason. Here 0 comma 3 lies in R1, 3 comma 0 lies in R1, but 0 comma 0 does not lies in R1. We have A comma B, we have B comma C, but we do not have A comma C. It means yes, it is not transitive also. So statement 2, it is symmetric but not reflexive and transitive, that is correct. It means statement 1 is wrong but statement 2 is correct. Statement 1 is true but statement 2 is true but statement 1 is false. So our option B is correct. Now coming to next question, a circle touches the parabola y square equal to 9x at the point 4 comma 6 and positive x-axis. This is x-axis. This is the parabola y square equal to 9x and this is the point 4 comma 6. There is a circle which touches the parabola at this point. So can I say, and also x-axis, that circle is going to be like this. Now can we say the circle touches the tangent at 4 comma 6, okay. First I am writing equation of tangent t equal to 0. Y square can be written as y into y1. y1 is 6 equal to 9x can be replaced by x plus x1 by 2. 3 to 9 3 times and this one 2 time cancel, 2 multiply 4y equal to 3x plus 12. It means equation is 3x minus 4y and plus 12 equal to 0. Okay. So this is the tangent. Now can I say it looks like there is a circle which touches a line at a given point. So family of circle we can use. Now the point circle x minus 4 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square, point circle plus lambda line. Line equation is this one only, 3x minus 4y plus 12 equal to 0. We got the equation of circle in family of circle form. Now actually to get the lambda, we get that the circle touches the x-axis. What is the condition? Z square minus c equal to 0. So if we expand x square plus y square here, from here minus 2ab term is minus 8x, from this one minus 12y, 4 square 16, 6 square 36, sum is 52, plus lambda into 3x minus 4y plus 12 equal to 0. This circle touches x-axis, condition is equal to z square minus c equal to 0. What is the g? G is the half of coefficient of x. Here circle equation we are just comparing. 2z is 3 lambda minus 8. Coefficient of x is 2z. So g we need by 2 whole square. Okay. Then minus c constant term. So here we have 52. And then further what we have? Lambda into 12. 12 lambda equal to 0. Okay. Now we just need to simplify 2 LCM, then that will become 4 because of a square, and here you will get 3 lambda minus 8 whole square and minus 2 square multiply here 4, 52 into 4 that is equal to 208 and 4 into 12 that is equal to 12 lambda, so minus 48 lambda equal to 0. When we simplify it, we will get the value of lambda. Once you got value of lambda, you are going to get the radius of circle. Okay. So easily we get. Okay. Now I request to Mohit sir.
So I hope the exam went well for everyone. Good evening, everyone. So this was the last shift, last paper of 2025 JEE Mains. I hope the exam went well for everyone. About this paper also, this paper was supposed to be one of the easy to moderate paper in physics. Mostly questions were easy, but there were few questions. One question rather I would say as a difficult question, and rest was a medium level or moderate level question, and mostly questions were easy. Regarding chemistry also, we got to know that it was also, as I got to know from the faculties, that it was very easy paper only, and maths was said by the students that it was little bit towards a tougher paper and lengthy paper, as every shift was. Starting with the first question, I will also invite Ashish sir to be there with us, and we'll have a discussion on few questions which might be a great discussion for us, because there are few questions which were very interesting, and it might be good for us to go forward for our advanced preparation if somebody is going for. So this is one of the question which I found, Ashish sir, is a good challenging question.
Like in this one, they said like we have a. This is
okay,
not working. I think that one is.
So I guess what has they said? Electron is released in the field generated by a non-kinetic sheet of uniform surface charge density sigma. So there are few students who are saying that charge density is minus sigma, and few are saying it's a plus sigma, right? The rate of change of de Broglie wavelength. It's a new question. It's a new question altogether. I'll give you mine. So what they are asking is rate of change means they are asking us to find d lambda by
dt.
This is something what we need to find.
Proportional to
with electron wave inversely, as inversely what could we asked to remove, right?
as
We should say in electron waves proportional as nth power of distance traveled. Find the value of n. Matlab we want to find that d lambda by dt is proportional to x to power what? This n we have to find, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
So obviously I think, sir, lambda is equals to h by root over 2m. We can use this basic form.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And what will you suggest? We can write kinetic energy is equals to work done by electrostatic force.
Yeah.
So can we straight away write QEx?
Because we can write it like this because electric field is constant. So we can directly write E into x.
Right, exactly. Q is the force and x is the distance. So work done by electric force. Yes. When we are taking a sheet is producing a uniform electric field. So when we want to write everything, since we want to get everything in terms of x, so we can replace this as
x.
QEx, right? Yeah. So we can write that lambda is equals to constant times root, rather x to power minus 1. minus half, right?
So this is 1 by root x.
X to power minus
1
half.
by 2.
So d lambda by dt is equals to
Minus 1 by 2.
so x to power minus 3 by 2 into minus half here. Right, sir?
Right.
So, but yes, now what we need to do is that there will be chain rule also. So dx by dt, right? So what is dx by dt? Is velocity.
Velocity
So now we can write this half mv square
equals to
qe x. So wherefrom we can get the dependency that v is equals to some constant times root x. So we can write it here as root x matlab x to power half. So we can write that
x to the power minus 1.
right, d lambda by dt is proportional to x to power
Minus 1.
minus 1. But sir, even few of the students were saying that the question was
related to time.
right. This is time given. It's like memory based question.
Yeah.
So let's try to work if it is given time, sir.
If this is related to time as well, so in this one you can see, as we said, electric field is constant. So you can simply apply S is equals to ut plus half at square.
Exactly.
So initially we are assuming that u is 0. So simply this x will be half at square, means you can say x is proportional to t square, right?
Right.
So we'll put the t over
So
here,
straight away it
minus
is
2.
minus 2, right, sir?
T to the power minus 2.
So if it is they are asking that proportional time, then the answer will be minus 2. If it is they are saying proportional to distance, then the value of n is minus 1. Since our question is given as proportional distance, so I am marking minus 1.
Minus 1 is not there, I think, right? So
I'll
it will
just
be
put.
minus 1.
We should be having option minus 1, right? So this was a very interesting question. I would count this as a difficult question because
multiple concepts.
yeah, we had this concept from modern physics which we learned there, dual properties of matter, and then we had little bit of calculations also.
yeah,
We went to electrostatics also, sir, and then we had kinematics also there.
And especially when they are asking in terms of time.
Right.
So it's a little bit.
Especially if it's in terms of time, I'll say it's a bit challenging problem. Let's go with the next question, sir.
Okay, in this one, let's see what they have given. The force is 6k Newton. So basically, this is force along z axis, right? So this is 6k cap over here, and they are saying it is acting for 5/3 second for a body of mass 2 kg over here. Initial velocity is 3 I cap plus 4 j cap, right?
So acceleration straight away will be 6/2.
So acceleration we can write simply for z, that is this will be 3
k caps.
meter per second square, right?
K cap. K cap.
And now in this one, if we are writing z over here, so this is 3 meter per second square, sir, right?
Right.
This is initial velocity is along x and y plane, so it will not be changed because acceleration is along z axis. So simply apply the formula
V equals to u plus 80.
U plus 80.
Right.
So it will be simply Vz is equals to, this is 0 over here. So Az is 3 and time is 5/3. So it will be cancelled out. So this
So
is
the
5.
answer will be 3i plus 4j plus 5k
Plus
because
5.
the velocity along x and y is not changing,
Yeah.
and along z we got 5 meter per second more. So answer will be 3i plus 4j with the added of 5 along z. So the answer will be 3i plus 4j plus 5k, right? Vector v equals to u plus 80, straight away we could have used that way also, right, sir? Well, writing straight away vector v equals to vector u plus vector a into t, where vector a will be what? 3k cap, and t will be 5/3, and u is 3i plus 4j. Could be one more way of doing it.
Yeah.
Straight
If
away.
they have
once.
given only z axis, so we can just write this
Right,
one.
sir. Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move with the next question. A rod of linear mass density lambda and length L is bent into the form of a ring of radius r. So a length L is been taken and is been transformed into of linear mass density lambda. So the mass of this ring is lambda L.
Lambda, right?
Right, sir? So
Moment
L
of
will be equals to
about diameter
2 pi r. So r is equals to L by
2 pi.
2 pi. This is the value of radius. Now what is the question? They are asking moment of inertia of ring about any of its diameter. So every time we are getting question on moment of inertia, sometime on cavity based problem, sometime on different pattern. This is the question where we are having a line rod which is being converted into a ring, sir. So moment of inertia about diameter for a ring.
That is mr square.
So about center like this, we know it is mr square. But about diameter, it will be by perpendicular system, we can get it. It is like
mr square by 2.
right, mr square by 2. So it is mr square, whereas when we convert about diameter, it's mr square by 2. So m could be written as lambda L
Lambda L
and r is
R is L is R square, L square by 4 pi square.
4 pi square by
2 is also.
yeah. So, right sir? MR square by 2.
Correct.
So that will be turning
It will
out to
be
be
lambda L cube
by 8 pi square. Lambda L cube by 8 pi square. So option
C is the correct.
C is the correct answer, right sir? This is calculation will give you this. Right sir? So it's a straight moment of inertia
this
question.
one is the
Moment of
straight
inertia is the
problem.
topic which I think is coming every time almost.
Every time.
So RBD
Sometimes cavity, sometimes normal problem, but they are asking.
right. RBD is one of the common topic where we expect questions coming. So most of the shifts we have found questions on rolling. Sometimes we have found question on moment of inertia of a cavity problem, and this is one of the new type I see.
Yes.
Going forward. Okay, sir.
Okay, this is the next problem. In this one, what they are saying, we have a cube of side 10 centimeter, which is suspended from one end of a fine string of length 27 centimeter, right? And a mass of 200 gram is connected to the other end of the string. So, and when the cube is half immersed in the water, then they are saying the system is in balance. Find the density of the cube, right?
So basically, it is on buoyancy.
Yeah, it's a balance.
Fluid dynamics, fluid statics rather. It's a basically buoyancy based question, right? So the concept used here is buoyancy.
Buoyancy.
Right.
Like in this one, sir, if we are observing, so if we are considering this block over here, so its weight is acting in downward direction. For this one, tension is acting in upward direction. It is dipped over here, so we can say buoyancy is also acting in upward direction.
And
But
this tension will be equals to weight of it because it has a
if this is balanced, so this is 200
into G.
into Z. This is in gram, right?
Right.
And this is tension we have.
So all the quantity is in SI unit, CGS unit here.
We can convert as well, right?
And finally we'll convert it to SI because the answer is in SI.
Answer is in
Let's work with CGS, sir.
Yeah. I think this is not useful for us, right? It's useless. There is no use of this length over here.
Yes, just to confuse us because there is no use of this length of the string, right? Okay.
So if we'll balance the force of this one, so you can see, we can simply write tension plus buoyancy is equals to weight of the body.
Right.
So tension is simply 0.2 into Z. That is we have converted this one into kg over here. So again, this is plus, what is the buoyancy we have? They are saying half part is immersed, right? So half part means buoyancy is what? Buoyancy is immersed part into density of liquid into, right?
Right.
So we have to consider water, sir. So simply we'll say rho is equals to 1000 kg per meter cube.
Right.
We'll use that one. So this is
A cube, and we can take the edge side as some A.
Yeah, A is given, that is 10 centimeter.
Right.
So half means volume is A cube by 2, right? Into density of
1000
water is
into G.
1000
into G.
into this is Z, right? That
Equals
is
to?
equals to the weight. Weight is mg of that one. So mg is A cube, volume into density.
Right.
Density of object into Z. Z will be cancelled out
All
from
the sides?
all the sides.
Right.
So this is 0.2 plus this is what? It's A cube. A is what? 10. So when you will convert it into meter, so can we say it will be simply, let's write it here, like 1000 into 10 to the power minus 6 we have.
Right.
By 2 over here.
Into
right?
1000.
Into this is what? 1000 over here, right? So this is 1000, and that is equals to, again, this is A cube we have, right? So A cube means we can say this is simply again 1000 into 10 to the power minus 6 over here. Density of object Z has been cancelled out, right? So in this one you can see this 1000 3 over here, 3 over here, and this is 6. It will be cancelled out. This is 0.2 and this is 1 by 2. So it will be 0.5, 0.7, sir, right? This is 0.5 and this is 0.2. So it's a 0.7. That is equals to, this is what? 10 to the power minus 3 into density of object, right? So now in this one we can say the density of object is, we'll write over here, right? So we can say in this case the density of object is equals to 0.7 by 10 to the power minus 3. So you can just say this is 700 kg per meter cube, right? So this is the answer we have.
Right, sir.
We can say this is the not difficult problem, but
We can say it's a moderate question
yeah.
because it requires few steps of calculation.
Yeah.
Whereas basically it's based on a very standard, simple concept which we do in a routine way in the class as the first concept.
Yes.
When we obviously we are using the logic of what is the formula for buoyant force. Weight of the liquid displaced, but also we are talking about what is the weight of the body, and if we know basic stuffs we are able to do. So we'll count this as a moderate question, and the concept is buoyancy, right?
Buoyancy.
Let's go with the
Let's move on the next one.
Next question, sir. Okay.
This is the
Work done to move a charge between 2 points is 0 inside a uniformly
Charged
charged shell. Spelling
Charged.
mistake, pardon. Okay. So there's one point A, there's one point B. We are moving this charge from here to here, right? Potential inside a uniformly charged shell is constant and equal to potential. So let's read the first statement. Work done to move a charge between 2 points is 0 inside a uniformly charged shell. So if the charge is outside, sir, I think we can agree that the potential throughout inside is same.
Yeah, it's
so
equal
potential at
potential
A equals to potential at B.
So work done will be
And we know that work done is equals to Q into delta V. If delta V is 0, so we'll write work done will be 0. So assertion is right. Assertion is right. Potential inside a uniformly charged shell is constant and equal to potential at its surface.
Yeah, it's
It's
this one is correct.
So,
That's what we use.
So the formula for potential, if it is of radius r, will say is
KQ by
kq by r if the q is a charge kept on the surface. And so whatever is the potential at A, the same at B is same on the surface. It's the equivalent surface. We
So,
generally talk of the graph of V versus R also like this, no?
Yes. Right.
So basically,
So assertion is correct, reason is correct, and it's a correct explanation as well, right?
right, sir.
Because we are getting that one, so I think A is the correct answer for
So
this.
both A and R are correct, and reason is the correct explanation of A, as we think that this statement properly explains the upper statement also. Because whatever the potential we are seeing is same throughout, which means that delta V is 0, which means the work done will be 0 when we move it inside.
Yeah, this is the next one problem we have, and in general, sir, we are observing that from electrostatic we are getting problems from the last 2 days.
Right.
Which is good, right?
Right.
In this one, what they are saying, a cone made of conducting material is given a charge Q, sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3, sigma 4 are charge densities at 4 points P, Q, R and S. P is at vertex of the cone and Q are okay. So in this one, what they are saying, this is the uniformly charged cone we have. This point is P, this is Q, this is S, and this is what? R, right? So you can see this is the surface over here. So can we say on particular this surface, potential will be constant, right? We don't have to go there, right? Because we know one thing, that the local charge density is proportional to 1 by radius of curvature for that point.
Right. So any sharp point will have good amount of charge density. We know this.
Because
Any
R is
spiky thing, when we see on a temple there is a trishul or anywhere sharp things, we find good amount of charge density. We call it as a good conductor to save the building from lightning also. Right.
So there is a more charge accumulated over here, right?
Right.
So we can say sigma for P will be more. That is 1. So sigma 1 will be more as compared to other, right? For all other points, you can observe either Q, S,
The
R.
curvature is same.
Curvature is same, means their charge density will be same, right?
So option number
option
B
is
will be the
correct.
best answer.
Yeah, it's correct, right?
Right.
And in this one, how we are getting this one? For this, you can apply this one. If potential is constant, you can take a very small part anywhere on this one, calculate the electric field, and you can go for potential. But right now, we don't have to go, because in general, in the classes, we are discussing about
This is a standard thing we say in the
Standard
class.
things we are
So as we always say till now, questions generally were coming as a routine question. If we are knowing the standard problems when we do in the class, I guess most of the things whatever we discussed till now, whatever the questions we have seen in the January shift as well as the April shift, most of the questions were from our sheets only.
Yes.
And I think, sir, if the student can do the routine problem, they can do previous year's questions, and that will be enough. There cannot be a chapter which is very important or less important. Because
every chapter is important.
Every chapter is important, because sometimes in some shift we are seeing questions are coming from particular topic more and less from particular topics.
Like in few we have observed, there is not a single problem from current electricity.
Right.
Not a single problem from electrostatics.
Even there are shifts where we are not finding any single question from wave optics also.
Yes.
Ray optics also. But whereas in some shifts there were 3 questions minimum from ray optics. We were discussing this yesterday only. We found 3 questions from ray optics, 3 questions from units and dimension, 3 questions from electrostatics. Today also we are finding question on electrostatics, but there are shifts where we have find hardly 1 question on electrostatics.
Yes.
Right.
Even in few we are not getting problem of electrostatics.
Right, sir. Right.
Happens.
So PYQ will help you for sure. And going through the memory based question is just a way of to reinvent and go through this same thing. one basic advice to all, which we think after all this analysis will help all the kids and all the students preparing for the next year's JEE or whatever the exam they are going for, is we should obviously keep a track of previous year's questions then and there when a chapter is completed. Previous year's question is a way to check that what is the standard of questions this NTA, these bodies are setting. That will be the best way to go forward and understand and realize the difficulty level and the standard requirement for people who are just focusing for mains. Whereas when we talk about advanced, in advanced and mains there's a hell and heaven difference.
Yeah.
For
Huge
at
gap
least
is there
at
for
least in
physics.
terms of physics.
Huge
Maybe in
gap
maths
is
it's not there, but in physics it's there.
In physics, there is huge gap.
Yeah, so the preparation methodology totally changed. The preparation method will be totally different for advanced then. We have to know every inch and every single derivation and everything so that we can have all the all the alteration if it could be asked and we can answer that. So this much from our side.
Yeah.
So I guess all the subject has been completed today. There will be a separate video on the paper analysis. This is all from our side for 2025 JEE Mains memory based question discussion. We'll be coming up again and again for more such type of problem solving sessions. Thank you so much. Stay tuned with us. All the best. Keep studying, keep growing. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.